morning, people. We are in October. Can you believe it? It's nearly Christmas. It's Monday the 3rd of October, and welcome to TDA, the day after, your favourite news platform and the home of popular culture as defined by the culture. And of course, you got really amazing hosts with you. I am one of them, Martin Royalty.
It's boy Big Man Use, Mr. Rotations. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday.
And they call me man, the pro-black activist, TDA producer, news analyst, melanin jam-packed.
Good. How was everyone's weekend?
It was cool, man.
Yeah.
Quiet at home.
Yeah, same. I needed a quiet one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's my hibernation season.
You don't like the winter?
I like winter I like the boots. I like the chunky dressing up. I like that, but I like warmth. So I just like to be indoors. But I think winter as well is always kind of like a downtime for me. Yeah. So I don't need to be outside. So I don't go outside. The only thing I do is like birthday dinner.
And what's crazy is we're not even in winter. It's just starting.
And that's what's killing me
innit?
this time. This is actually autumn and I'm feeling it in my bone. Mm-hmm. Sitting here, I'm even shivering. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's terrible, man.
But funky dressing up, I like that. But
nice one, Ben.
you know, if we talk now, how was your weekend?
Yeah, it was alright, man. Like Yusuf said, quiet. Yeah.
And no one got up too much?
No, I was literally in my house the whole entire weekend. Didn't step out. Just some R&R. You know what I mean?
R&R. No extra?
No,
Triple R.
3 hours, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah, same actually. I think the only thing, what did I go out for? Also, I recorded on Saturday. Yeah, I recorded on Saturday and then Sunday went to church. Oh my gosh, so basically, right, so church here, there's a lady that comes to my church. She lives right next to my church. And she has been with her partner for like years upon years. They've got a kid and everything. But she decided that she wants to actually get married in the eyes of the Lord, which was absolutely beautiful. And we had the announcement. So she doesn't want like a big thing. She just wanted a little thing.
Yeah.
I mean, just what it's meant to be anyway. So we were gonna do it after our service, and it's like a 20 minutes shebang, right? So we knew about this. They've announced it like twice, yeah. So obviously in my mind, I made a mental note that on this Sunday, I'm going to dress up because it's technically someone's wedding day, right? Mm-hmm. I forgot it was yesterday. I went to looking like a roadman.
Wow. What hat?
I was in full tracksuit.
Hat, hoodie.
Full shebang. I actually looked, and then it was weird because as soon as I was parking up, I saw her, and straight away I was like, oh, I just knew it, and I said, oh, I know your lines, and I thought, okay, hopefully I've got it wrong, because she was like in a simple dress, and then when I was circling back, I saw her holding her flowers. I said, I was really so embarrassed. I can't even lie. I was really so like not much embarrasses me when it comes to like how I present or whatever. Because it just like is what it is. And I was like, this is someone's wedding day. And I'm dressed like this. And then I thought, actually, to be fair, that I'm here, like I was going to talk to Jesus like this. I'm here for God like this. So it is what it is. Do you get what I mean? And then to make matters worse, so while I'm trying not to make a scene, just lay low, lift my holy hands in quiet or whatever, I go ahead and catch the bouquet.
Yeah, but how?
In my tracksuit.
No, but I mean, if you knew you weren't,
so basically,
underdressed, you should have just skirted around.
Yeah, but basically, I had confetti to throw. So we all had to like throw confetti to take the pictures and whatever. And I was like, I positioned myself where I don't like, where I'm not really in the pictures like that. Yeah. So I was very strategic about that. And then she's like, oh, I'm going to throw the bouquet. And it just really landed. It was just right in front of me. Wow. In my tracksuit, I said, oh.
I think, who's that guy that caught the bouquet?
Literally, who's that guy? It's ridiculous. It was a lot. It was a lot, but I thought, okay.
You have a picture so I can put it up?
Absolutely not. Why would you even ask me that?
If I showed up to a wedding in a tracksuit, I'm just going to stand over there.
Literally. Because my sister like handed me, she's like, oh, here's a confetti. I was thinking, ma'am, don't you see my situation? And I thought, okay, let me not be like that. Let me not be that person. Because then I'm acting how I'm dressed. Do you get what I mean? Yeah. Acting all moody. So let me just warm up. And then I was just like, yeah, this is ridiculous. My sister did take a picture of me with the bouquet, but that's going to just stay in my phone.
Do you know that picture of Jay-Z when he's with like, I think he's with like the mayor of like Philly or whatever, and then Freeway standing like way over there?
I don't think I've seen
You
that.
seen the picture?
Would that be you if you're in tracksuit at
That'd be
someone's
me.
wedding?
I mean, I'll just be saying, Kway,
It was a lot.
in the yonder.
It was like, but then I think I just had to say to myself, listen, I came to worship God in this. So really and truly, anybody can get it, respectfully. Plus, she didn't want to make it. She didn't want to make a big deal by it. So
Let me find the picture.
I was really not making a big deal. So
Did they do like a reception of that afterwards?
yeah, but my church we tend to have like tea and thing anyway. But then they did have like some cakes and like little fruit bowls and stuff like that. And I just left anyway. Sorry. Yes, but Mark's is not here. I need Mark's to explain it.
And the whole joke, the
ridiculous.
whole joke was that Jay-Z told him to like.
You're not just appropriately kind of thing. But yeah, so
He's looking disgruntled as well.
yeah, someone said a tracksuit in a church. Yes, I don't believe in dressing up to church, dressing up for church. I literally talked about this 2 weeks ago on my pod, so check that out. I don't know if I can bother to get into all of that. But I feel like I'm always here slandering or saying something about church. I'm tired. But I don't believe in dressing up. I think a lot of people use it as a show off. It's like a contest, like a dress up contest. I think dress as comfortable as you feel. And I feel comfortable in a dress sometimes. I feel comfortable in dressed up. I feel comfortable in tracksuit. So I just go to church however it is I feel comfortable. Okay. So I don't believe in having to like dress up to the...
Do you not see it? I mean, I'm not saying I do. I'm just saying like, what about for those who say, okay, you know, but you're going into the house of God.
Yeah.
You're presenting yourself before God.
Yeah.
Right. Like, why not dress up?
Because I know many people who dress up and their heart is in the mud.
Yeah, but not them. You.
Yeah. So for me, what's most important is my heart. Is where my heart is at. Like I'm comfortable. If I'm comfortable doing anything, like I've gone on dates with no makeup. Like for me, I don't hold myself to societal pressures or standards. All I care about is being comfortable. I've gone to places where everyone is in heels and I've got trainers on. Because why? Today, I really wanted to wear trainers and I did not want to I didn't want the ball of my feet hurting. I'm very big on comfort, like comfort over anything. Do you get what I mean? So for me, church or wherever it is, it's more important for me. I could be dressed up so nice and then I go there, I'm distracted. I'm sitting there thinking about other things. That doesn't really... That's not where my priorities lie personally. But I get the people that want to dress up for church, all the best little parties involved. But because I've seen in black churches, it's a competition thing. It's the aunties getting out the nicest jewelry and the nicest outfits and all of that stuff. And showing off your brand new shoes. And I just think the house of the Lord is not meant for that. Come as you are. And for me, I'm coming as I am today. Some Sundays I wear a nice dress. Other Sundays, like I did yesterday, I go in tracksuits, I go in joggers, I go in a hoodie. I'm there.
Respect it.
Yeah. So, all the best all parties involved, as I always say.
In your church, do the women cover their hair?
No.
Okay, cool.
Isn't that's a celestial thing, isn't it?
No, it's in the Bible as well.
Is it? Nah, our head is open, boy. It's just open. I used to think that with because the Pentecostal churches do that. They don't, do they?
Some of them do, I believe.
Okay.
Actually, I think you're right. I think the majority, like 99%, probably.
Yeah,
don't.
I knew that of like white garment churches.
Yeah, and the whole Sultana as well.
Yeah, but then at least your head had to be covered. At least, like they would literally have like a handkerchief or like a tissue or something, and I'm just like, all of that stuff is all theatrics to me.
But it's in the Bible, isn't it?
That's great. There's a lot of things in the Bible people don't do.
Yeah, but New Testament, which is your section.
They're called my section. So it's in the New Testament to cover your hair.
Yeah, the women.
Okay. Well.
But you know, churches do what they want, innit? So.
Yeah, I just think. I think the way I'm detaching myself from a lot of religious, like from religion, and more on the path of like faith.
Yeah.
So
and practicality.
Don't add words to my sentences. Thank you very much. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't want God making notes about you agreed with Iman. No. But yeah, guys, before we carry on, do like this video, share it as well. It's going to stay up when we're done recording. And also join our community. You do that by typing into your browser, community.thenewblack.com. And on there, we can interact. It's basically our own social media platform, I would say. It's proper lit. Yeah. Good enough for Trump, it's bare for us.
And Margs is coming for those wondering.
Yes, and Margs will be here shortly. He's just in traffic.
And congratulations to
Yes. Congratulations to Ebony Onyx.
Congrats.
Congratulations.
Well, no round of applause sound effects.
Sorry.
Can't get the stuff.
There you go.
Okay, I didn't get my stuff. But yeah, congratulations, girl. You looked absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
I love a good wedding. I love a wedding. Weddings are lit. But yeah, all right. Should we get into the show?
Let's get into it.
Lovely.
And Liz Truss admits that things could have been done better. So Liz Truss has admitted she should have laid the ground better for her mini budget after it sparked days of market turmoil. The Prime Minister told the BBC's Laura Kusenberg she had learned from that, but she was confident her tax-cutting package would boost economic growth. She also added that the decision to cut the top earner tax rate was a decision that the Chancellor made, and she revealed it was not discussed with the whole cabinet beforehand. The cut to the 45p rate has provoked outrage from opposition parties and concern from some Conservative MPs. The government's mini budget included £45 billion in cuts funded by government borrowing and revealed the government expects its 2-year scheme to fix energy prices will cost £60 billion in the first 6 months. The announcements sparked days of turbulence in financial markets, with the pound falling to a record low against the US dollar on Monday, although it has since recovered. The rocky economic backdrop is set to dominate this week's Conservative Party conference, which is Ms Truss's first as Tory leader, where she faces the task of reassuring her MPs over her approach to boosting the flagging UK economy.
We're flaking UK economy. Yeah.
Exactly. And the second headline is basically linked to that, and it's Michael Gove again. You remember Michael Gove?
The education guy.
Yeah. You know that guy's always trying to overtake somebody. Right?
He's in a lot. He always does a lot.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Anyway, so senior Tory Michael Gove has suggested he would not vote for Liz Truss's budget when it comes to Parliament, saying, "I don't believe it's right." The former cabinet minister said the PM's decision to cut the 45p tax rate was a display of the wrong values, and also argued that using borrowed money to fund tax cuts was not conservative. However, as mentioned, Ms Truss has said she stands by her tax cutting package, arguing it would boost growth. Talking to Sky News, Conservative Party Chairman Jake Berry warned that Tory MPs who vote against the Prime Minister's tax measures would be kicked out of the parliamentary party, known as losing the whip. A parliamentary vote on the plans is not likely to take place until next spring, but he urged Conservatives to back the Prime Minister, saying, "I'm sure that if we do that, it will lead to ultimately a long-term electoral success." Mr Gove, however, who supported Rishi Sunak in the Conservative leadership contest, has hinted he may not support the measures in Parliament. The minister, who was levelling up secretary for former PM Boris Johnson, welcomed the Prime Minister's acknowledgement that she had made mistakes in communicating her economic measures, but he was also critical of the substance of her policies. Mr Gove said that there were two major problems with the Prime Minister's plans. The first is the sheer risk of using borrowed money to fund tax cuts. That's not conservative. And the second, he argued, was to cut the top rate of income tax and scrap the cap on bankers' bonuses at a time when people are suffering. When asked if Ms Truss would be a Prime Minister this time next year, he said she would, but added there needs to be a course correction.
He's a hater.
Breaking news.
Breaking news.
Something's been reversed.
Oh my.
Oh, we did. Didn't we just report that?
What's been reversed, but
45p.
Yeah.
Oh, it has.
Did we report that, man?
No, sorry, I just saw 45p. Oh yeah.
Wow, they reversed it. Wow, okay.
So no more tax cuts.
Well, on that top thingy. Wow, okay.
Odd.
Nice one.
It's a nice one.
I guess that would be in People's Journal.
Yeah.
But anyway, end of the headlines.
Thank you.
You saying topic of the day?
Okay, so topic of the day, as you guys are fully aware, or should be aware, or will now be aware, it is Black History Month. It's Black History Month.
It sure is.
Huh?
You're so annoying, I swear. It should have been one woo, like just woo. That'd have been fine. That would have been fine.
And also, it's also well, on Saturday, right?
Yeah.
It was the Independence Day of a particular African giant.
It was Nigeria's Independence
That's
Day.
it. Happy Independence, Nigeria.
I don't know. Nigeria, yes.
Nigeria, yes.
Yes.
Don't do any clapping and applause.
There's nothing to clap.
All right.
No, Brent, do it, please.
Should have been a boo. It should be a boo.
So today's topic, right, is with regards to Black History Month anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Do you guys even care? Does it make a difference to us?
Yeah.
Has it achieved anything? You know what I mean? Us having this month, do Black people use it well? You know what I'm saying? Like, what would you like to see done by our people, particularly in this month?
Can I say, just on the Nigerian Independence Day, right? So, usually, like, the Nigerians in diaspora, they love Independence Day.
Yeah.
They celebrate it as if there's nothing. We have parties over here. We go ham on Twitter. Everyone starts to show pictures of themselves in some form of Ashobi, some traditional wedding of sorts. So basically, last year, they got flogged, like, stupidly got flogged. So they were doing all this stuff, whatever. Obviously, the people back home are still recovering from the whole End SARS protest and their friends being killed, all that kind of stuff. Then we were over here talking about, I say we're over here talking about, Independence Day, blah, blah. And then the people back home literally flogged the shit out of them. So this year, I even forgot it was Independence Day because I went on socials. There was not one tweet. Everyone learned their lesson and everyone kept it quiet. Like I've never seen I think I've been on Twitter like maybe a decade now. I have never seen the streets of Twitter so quiet on 1st of October. It was the most funniest thing. And then someone tweeted like, I'm so glad to know that we've all learned our lesson and we don't want the guys back home kind of finishing us again. It finished me. It was absolutely hilarious. And it's good. Because I've always said, I don't really celebrate the independence thing because I think there's just too, but again, I'm in tune with the nonsense back home. So I just always felt like, what are we really celebrating? I still kind of hold the opinion that if we were still under some kind of ruling, I reckon things might be a bit better than they are now. I still hold the opinion. So I always felt like the independence thing for me was just silly. I just think Nigerians love a whole, Nigeria, I know they carry last and all that stuff. It's all semantics to me personally. So I was glad to see everyone behaved themselves this year and didn't show their asses on Beyonce's internet. So yeah. But in regards to Black History Month, can't say it makes a difference to me. I think because it is something that, we know happens all the time, I think it would be a good time to obviously highlight, all things black and blah, blah, blah. And we could have like Black Pound Month or something. I don't know. I get the idea of it. I get the sentiment behind it. But does it really bring change to the country? No. It doesn't bring change to the spaces that we wanted to bring changes into. In terms of, like, say, for example, like media, during this month, we're going to have black shows. We're going to have black leads, all that kind of stuff. And then when it's November, it carries on. So it's not as if, like, there's less people learn lessons in October that they use across the rest of the year.
Yeah.
It's just an October thing. And it's like, okay, we've given them enough now. That's it. Let's move on.
Yeah, I think I share your sentiments. For me, really, I know it's important to highlight Black history. I'll never say we shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
But do I care personally? No.
Yeah.
I care enough to acknowledge it, but it doesn't fulfill me with any type of like excitement.
Yeah.
Anything like that. With all these, when the TV stations and all these corporations acknowledge it, to me it's kind of like an empty statement, really. They're just fulfilling their yearly obligation.
Yeah.
I don't really care, but it's good. It's good that Black history is acknowledged, but do I personally, care? Not really.
And the thing is as well, because I don't even think all whites understand what Black History Month really is about, because sometimes they try and do a whole BAME situation. Yeah. I remember my uni years ago, I went to the University of Kent and it was a Black History Month and the student union put up they basically said they wanted to make it all inclusive. So it was to be inclusive of just BAME, basically. Yeah. And they had pictures of Sadiq Khan and Zayn Malik, because it was in One Direction at the time.
That's ridiculous.
Zayn flipping Malik. Zayn Malik. I'm sure they could have found somebody else. But anyway, I guess it was One Direction. It was, doing what he was doing.
Yeah.
So do you get me? So I don't even think that they even understand that. I think And this is why, again, it's so sad. But this is why even the colorism stuff as well, sometimes when we hate each other, I'm thinking, bro, like, we're all brown, like, we're just black, we're all brown skinned to them. They don't even know the difference. That they don't know that. I'm sure there's some white people who really believe that Asian people are black too. Because you mean the darker skinned Asians are black too. Do you get what I mean? So I get the sentiment. I think it does well for whoever it does for. I think if people can benefit from it, I'm sure there's businesses and stuff benefiting from it now, which is great. You know, enjoy.
Yeah.
But it's a shame that these things just happen on this month. It's all what you said is just empty gestures to me. It's all performative. It's all performative, and then that's it.
Who do you think it's for? Because maybe that may make us see it kind of differently.
I don't think it's for us.
Okay, so do you feel like it's to bring awareness about our history to white people, or as in, well, anybody who's not black, or do you feel like it's a way for us to know about ourselves?
I think it's for white people. I think it's something they said, okay, let's do it to shut us up.
Okay.
I don't think they learn a lot from it. Because really, when you find out as well, with Black History Month, in my previous workplace and stuff, I found that the onus of educating white people about Black History Month and all that kind of stuff, and the onus of planning events around Black History Month and whatever, is always on black people. The Caucasians do not get involved. If anything, they might attend whatever event you put up, and then it's kind of like a guilt thing as well. Because like, how are you gonna look if we're gonna say we're gonna do an event highlighting race, and you're like, I don't want to come. So you're going to say they kind of come begrudgingly. So I don't even know who it's for.
Yeah, I'm the same really. I've never thought about that before. I would say it's probably for, both would be the easy answer. But I would say it's more geared towards us celebrating ourselves as opposed to white people celebrating us or learning about us, to be fair. But I would say it kind of goes both ways.
Yeah.
So if you think it's more so, or at least, like you said, it's probably both.
Yeah.
But probably a bit more so, like, for us learning about ourselves.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that we're not utilising it properly then?
We're black every single day, innit?
Yeah.
So I don't feel like us as people need to pick a month to say, okay, this is the month we're celebrating us, because
we celebrate us every time.
We live in this reality every single day, innit? So that's why there's no like emphasis around the month.
But is it celebrating us, or is it a reminder of our contribution to history, to world history? You know what I'm saying? Because we could celebrate ourselves in very different ways throughout the whole year.
Yeah.
But the history element of it, do you feel like enough people know about the history?
I definitely don't know enough. I don't even know the origin of Black History Month. I know I definitely do not know enough. And I can't say that. I think I just learn about black people throughout the year. I can't even lie to you. I don't think I particularly learn a lot more during Black History Month. Well, maybe it's because I just have the same attitude over the year, I guess.
Yeah, I feel like I don't know, it's I feel like throughout the years it's kind of been watered down, and it feels almost like a token gesture now. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel like, I don't feel like black people are particularly excited by Black History Month. You know what I'm trying to say? I don't really feel the energy. Oh my God, it's Black History Month. Like I don't. You know what I mean, I see more excitement around the individual Independence Days of particular countries than I do Black History Month as a whole.
Do you think that's a problem then? And also, do you feel like if it was to then be scrapped, like we should complain?
And the funny thing about black people is, or just people in general, right? We won't celebrate Black History Month. It'll come and go. The minute it's taken away from us, it'll be outrage.
I'll be honest with you. It's me. I'm black people. If they take it away, I'm going to be like, wow.
It'll be outrage because I think it's like, we don't particularly care, but at least let's just have it.
No, but you know what it is?
If
I
it's
think
gone, it'd be like, why are you taking it away from us?
I think the reason why I'll be like that is because as well, I know there's people that take it seriously. And there's people that really care. So I don't think just because I can't be asked doesn't mean that you should take away from my neighbor, my brother or sister who actually does care. So that's what you're doing. So because I think sometimes when things are taken away for the people, for the minority that don't care, and not for the majority who invest in these things. So that's why I would personally have outrage, because there's people that do a lot around this time and that try and pass on knowledge and history and whatever. I hope they're getting their flowers wherever they are. But just because I don't care doesn't mean that everyone else who cares should be deprived of that.
But then do you feel like it's the majority that care about Black History Month? Because what happens in October?
I think it's the minority that care.
That's what I'm thinking.
You think?
In terms of action anyway.
Yeah, if you think about what happens in Black History Month, it's just a whole bunch of social media stuff.
I think because we don't know about it. I think a lot happens.
Like gatherings, lectures, parties.
Yeah, I believe so, Because just like I think over the years, I've like here and there, I've heard some people do and stuff like that. I'm like, wow, you really actually you actually do something about this. Like I know, like even my workplace. I think last year, I mean the girls left now, so I'm gonna see what they do about Black History Month. Because the last 2 years she was there and she took it seriously. She took it serious, like doing a lot of stuff, and she tried to get me involved. And I just said respectfully, I'm not committed to the cause like that.
But this kind of proving the point. She's like one.
Yeah.
She's like the minority.
Yeah, that's still the minority.
Yeah, but I think because I'm not aware, but the only reason why I'm aware of that is because she's someone I spoke to.
Okay.
So if I didn't speak to her, I'll be like, oh, no one in here cares. But so I think because we're not aware of people that care, it feels like the minority to us because we are not aware. But I think if we actually told people to rise up, everyone that does something, I think we'll be very shocked by the numbers.
I hear that argument, but I'll still say it's the minority. I feel like we're more aware about what's going on than we realise. I mean, like, you know, we see information all the time. Like I'm sure if there was things going on within our echo chamber, we'll know about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I guess, people, what do you guys think as well? Call in, remember you can call in. And I guess kind of to link it, I guess, to about how we care about certain things. Like when we all say, you know, happy independence, Nigeria or Jamaica or whatever it may be, do you feel like all of that's empty?
Yeah.
In my opinion, yeah. Because I only see people celebrate, they're having parties or whatever. But for me, again, the state of the country is not one where the independence should be really celebrated because the independence is led to shit. So for me, I personally don't get that. All I see people do when it's Nigerian independence is people throw parties and they use it. It's commercialized.
Yeah.
But the thing is, it's not as if this money, even the money from the parties, goes back home to help people. It just goes in the pockets of whoever the promoter is. Like nothing is used for this for good, except that if someone is throwing a party that they're going to throw anyway, and they're like, "Oh, it's Nigerian independence. Let me make some extra noise about it." Yeah. That's it.
Yeah.
If it was a thing where people threw parties and they're like, you know, all the proceeds go back to orphanages back home, or it goes back to victim of this crime or whatever, then I would be like, okay, do you know what? It makes sense. But if people just having parties,
promoters just use it as a USP.
Yeah,
for an event. That's it.
That's literally it.
Give people an incentive and a reason to party. Oh, it's Nigerian independence. Let me go and shake a leg.
Yeah,
that's it. It's marketing at this point.
It is, it's marketing. It's been commercialized, and I think also, man. Cause I don't know, man. I think with is it patriotism when you're very proud of where you're from? Even that for me, like, obviously I can't speak of any other place, but for Nigerians, I just think it's so empty. Like we do a lot of noise about being Nigerians, but what does that even lead to? It doesn't bring about any good per se. It's all in the way we carry ourselves and in the arrogance, in the ego, and that's it. That's where it starts and stops. It's never used to do anything that would actually better our society.
Yeah. Most things these days are just celebrated on Insta story. That's all it is. It's just post on Insta stories, and that's the extent of the acknowledgement or the celebration. It's a repost on the story, and that's it. You know what I mean?
It's the same.
Yep. One of the Nigerian, you may know him, you know, Chloë. He's one of the presidential candidates. I think he's been the candidate like.
These candidates here are killing me. Have you seen what they're doing? Not Tinubu on their cross trainer yesterday.
Oh yeah, I saw who was that guy?
Tinubu. Yeah, he's an old governor. I remember. Do you know what's mad?
Tinubu.
I don't know why you're entertaining that. I don't know why you're entertaining that. I don't know why you're entertaining that.
He was too low on the back. You needed to.
Do you know what's? No, but do you know what's mad though?
A bit.
Do you know like the extent of like corruption in Nigeria? Where I remember I was in primary school when this man was a governor.
Yeah,
I'm now an old ass woman, and he's back in the running again, sir. The retirement home school. It's not. Anyway, let me never.
He's a very powerful guy, man. That's the thing. He's been making moves and he's been
stealing for years. Yeah.
You know, and I guess now he wants to do his main thing and become the president.
Sir, you're barely alive. Respectfully,
yeah, it's true.
You're on your way out.
It's true.
You're closer to death than life.
But if Biden can do it, why can't he do it?
Biden doesn't look like death.
What? Biden?
He just looks like he's like he's had a facelift, hella Botox, hella fillers. He looks like a Sims character, Biden. But you see Tinubu, I can see your age.
That's true. No, but Biden
Biden looks
he's
because
out.
when you see Biden, yeah, like if Biden stood and Tinubu stood next to him, Biden looks like a leader of a country.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Tinubu looks like his legs are barely like keeping him up. Do you get what I mean?
I see what you're
Fitness wise, that's why Uncle's on the cross trainer. Get off the cross trainer. Don't get your heart rate racing for no reason.
Emmanuel, somebody has asked me what is Liegeria. They think that I've made it up, so please.
Liegeria is basically just saying that the idea of Nigeria as a unified country is a lie, basically. It's not worked. Since 1960, we've got our independence, and what's really happened? That's basically what I'm trying to say. It's a lie.
It's a lie.
This is why certain places want to do the whole cessation thing. This is why Yoruba Nation is doing what it's doing. It's why the Igbos are doing what they're doing. Because as a unit, it's not working. It's not working. You know what I mean? You got like 250 to 300 different ethnic groups. Everybody want different things, and only certain ethnic groups have the power. You know what I'm saying? Are just subjugating and oppressing people like nothing. So the whole idea of Nigeria is a lie, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Yeah. But I just wanted to say that guy, because he's one of those, I believe he's a socialist, but he's one of those like on the ground type candidates, right? Yeah. And he's done well, to be fair. I've been following him for a few years, and I think he was there. I think he's tried to campaign in the last 2 elections. Okay. But again, it's one of the smaller groups, isn't it? But he pretty much said it on Instagram. He said, "I wish I could say Happy Independence Day to the people of Nigeria, but I know they're neither happy nor independent."
Exactly.
It's that simple.
It's literally, that's it.
You know, so I don't know, man. We're lying to ourselves a lot of the time, man, when we try and
it's not a joke, man.
Big up the country and everything is just they're just not serious, man. They're not serious.
Yes,
but yeah.
Alright, is that it? Okay. There's a caller.
Someone's calling in. Good morning.
Good morning. Oh dear, my thing is stuck.
Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Okay. It's not working.
Yeah. Ben, is it connected?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. We can't hear you. Call back again, please.
It's giving MTN network.
Maybe it's a call from back home.
Maybe
Tinubu's fans have heard us.
They've risen.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, man.
The person back.
Hello?
Hello.
There we go.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, hi. Hi everyone. It's Laura.
Hi Laura.
How are you?
Morning. Hi, I'm good. I just wanted to talk about Liegeria.
Okay.
Yeah, it is a lie. Like, I find it weird when people want to celebrate the independence because it's just like Europeans' way of like basically tricking people into thinking that we got something and we didn't. Like, it's a joke. And even like Francophone countries, even though I don't really like Francophone, but like they have to still pay France like, what is it, 10% or something stupid, like billions and billions of their money.
Yep.
And they had to do it in order to get independence. Mm-hmm. And it's just like, we're just begging this independence thing. We're not independent at all. We're like so dependent, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And even with Nigeria, it's a peak situation. Like, I just feel like it's the end. We should just separate and leave it as that, because this is just. I feel like we could be friends, especially Yoruba and Igbo people. I feel like we could be friends. Like, you know what I mean? When we all got our things sorted out. But as a country, it's a joke. It's a joke.
Yeah.
And the fact that we fell for it, well, I don't think we all fell for it at the time. I feel like obviously some people were switched on. I wouldn't say everyone. But the fact that people are still in this, we're independent. Independent from what? Exactly. We're in the bin. Like, even China's trying to like come and take this and this and that. Do you know what? Yeah, if I were ever to get my hands on like Nigeria in terms of like helping to like rule anything or make any decisions, that place would be switched up as quick as I can say boo, because it's a joke. Like, it's just a joke at this point.
How would you switch it up though?
Well, I feel like my like main goals would, I guess separation. But I think that Europeans, we're sucking white toes too much. it's like the whole situation with like colonialization and like everything like that, I think has really stunted our growth. And so I think we need to be rid of them. So that's kind of my first call to action kind of thing. Like, although it's a big feat, that's not something you can do in like 1 month.
Yeah.
But I think to be getting things in preparation for that, like security, it has to be 10-10. They'll have intelligence here, there, and everywhere. I feel like in terms of use of technology, I think we can use that a lot more now. Whereas wars before were fought, you know, like you have to lose a lot of people. We don't really need that as much now. Even places like China, like in certain aspects, or North Korea, like they have their own, like, well, some of them don't even have internet, to be fair, but they have their own, they're like, in a way, I don't really agree with their, what's it called, regimes and whatnot, but I like the way that they are, you can't easily access them. Like those sort of, like, because I feel like, for example, like London is so, like, there's so much surveillance and things like that. Like they can access so many different like countries really, really easily. I don't think they should have access of like Nigeria, well, like, quote unquote Nigeria, so easily, because they can infiltrate so flippantly. It's like, it's ridiculous. I feel like I'd want to sever us from Europeans. That would be my thing, because like the people that rule, like they're on their toes so much. It's disgusting and it's embarrassing. But yeah. What would you guys do if you could?
But yeah, I think, yeah, this may sound a bit harsh, yeah, but a part of me, I probably wouldn't go with this, but a big part of me would be trying to push for a military to take over, you know? Because, because I feel like there's just a lack of discipline in that country. People really just like get away with whatever they want. People, like, there's leaders out there who are killing people, who are stealing from people. You know what I'm saying? They're allowing backdoor bribery, corruption. It's just rampant. It's all over the place. You need, like these people need to have the fear of God put into them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of the time, the military from before, they didn't care about who you was. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it was under Abacha. They locked up Obasanjo as well. You know what I'm saying? He was they locked him up before. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was the president. He had power at a certain time. You know what I'm saying? So they don't really care about who you are. But again, under military rule, that comes with its own set of problems as well. You know what I'm saying? We need democracy. You know what I'm saying? We need certain things in place. So I don't know.
Yeah, because even...
Yeah.
I was going to say, even like things like, because I know some of my cousins have gone, I don't know their exact, like their equivalent of GCSEs or whatnot, but there's a couple of my cousins that have gone to do their final exam and then their results have been sold. And I'm like, and this has happened like 2-3 times.
Look at this.
And I'm like,
it's not funny, but sold?
Like,
what do you mean they've been sold?
Like, it's not funny, but it's like, how is that even, why is this even possible? Like,
can you just explain what that means?
No, I get what you're saying, but explain it. Like...
So like basically, so say one of my cousins have gone to take their like final exam, say like their A-levels or GCSEs, they've done the exam, and then when they've gone to collect their results, like they're like, yeah, sorry, we don't have them, and then like someone's gone to pay to basically forge a result. So say if they got like all A's, someone's like sold their paper, so someone else's child has got all them A's and they've got essentially nothing, or they've just said, oh yeah, you got D, D, U, D, D, A, B, C, then you again. Like, it's mad.
That is wild.
And this has happened many, many times, like to the same cousins, and I'm like, it's really a gamble. Like, I'm wasting my time in that whole room, like, and I don't know if I'm going to come up with my exact results. I think it's wild. So like what you're saying about like there's no discipline, it's so true. Like in every facet, like every single sector,
form of life.
I'm telling you.
In every single form of, it's actually unbelievable. Like, disgusting. I remember when I went to Nigeria, basically in Nigeria they do this thing now where everyone's SIM cards has to be registered. So you have to have a NIN number, right? So when I went there, I did my NIN before I went. So when I went there, I need to get a SIM card, right? Cool. So they were like, at the moment, so this is in Abuja, they said the only people that are doing the NIN is in the MTN office. First of all, for MTN to be, there's different networks in Nigeria, but for MTN to be the ones who can do it, that's already some kind of backwards bribery going on. Cool. So there's this one MTN, the headquarters basically you have to go to do it. I get there, they're like, oh, basically we can't do it today. I'm looking at them like, I need this today kind of thing. He's like, no, we actually can't do it today because our system is down. I said, what do you mean? They're like, yeah, the system is down. I said, okay, when is it going to be? They're like, we don't know. So nobody can get SIMs registered today on until the foreseeable future because this one place where is now the only place to get it, it was just a whole thing. So I had to do it illegally on the side of the road.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah, and then even then, so I got 2 SIM cards. Only one of them worked.
What?
It's ridiculous. That place, in every single way things can go wrong there, it does.
That's
Nowhere safe, you know.
that's like in Ghana as well. With the MTM SIM,
Yeah.
you can't get a SIM unless someone who's a Ghana national gets it for you and signs up for it for you.
It's mad.
Yeah.
Because I remember when
Even like the embassies, it's a mess.
I remember when they did the whole SIM card thing. So basically what they did, they didn't even really give people warning. They just said basically, by tomorrow, your SIM card is registered to your NIN or it's cut off. And then people, obviously, then there's like a massive queues. I remember the whole debacle of it, or debacle of it all. And literally, they just cut people's phones were just cut off. That was it.
Yeah.
No proper warning. No like, okay, we need a month. Do you remember we're in Nigeria and you want everybody on the same day to go and register their SIM cards?
Didn't they switch off Twitter as well at some point? Like,
Yes,
they banned,
after
like,
Yeah, they banned it.
Yeah, it's banned. People had to use VPNs to access it.
Yeah.
I think
There's
even
no
till now,
organization.
This is just a joke, man.
Uh-huh.
Everything is a joke. You remember the passports as well?
Yeah.
They had no...
Yeah, my dad was trying to renew his one. It was a joke. Like,
yeah, they tell you that they
just-
don't have the booklet.
Can you... And they openly say this.
Sorry, I don't think
You're
people
laughing. It's true, Brent.
I
You
don't think
know?
people understand. So you see the passport. Let's to explain to people. You see your passport. They say they run out of the actual
Yeah.
papers. As such, you cannot get a passport.
That happens in the Nigerian embassy here.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
It was everywhere.
It's mad.
Yeah. Yeah.
Actually, it runs out back home as well.
It's a disgrace. Everything's a disgrace.
But I also think that like it's sad because like I'm 21 and my hope isn't to stay in London forever or England. I'm not. This is not my vibe. Like I'm bored. This place is boring anyway.
Yeah.
But like I want to go outside and have like mangoes planted and oranges planted. I can't do that here. I want to go home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yes, this weather won't let us. I want to go home, do you know, go home and like do that stuff. Like I want to build my own house and like, do you know what I mean? Like I just have like ideas in my head of what, and then what it should be like. And then it's like other people in different countries have gone and ruined that. And then our own leaders have gone and ruined that. And it's like, I think that kind of, I guess, aspect of it doesn't really get talked about, where it's like you kind of feel a little bit displaced because obviously we know that this is not home, but then I can't go home because home is not really homing right now. So it's like it's a little bit frustrating, I think. So yeah,
it really is a shame. I'll be honest. I think because the other African countries who are getting the act together, obviously I'm sure Ghanaians have a lot to complain about as well. But when I look at Ghana and I compare it to Nigeria and how Nigeria were meant to be the forerunners, it's embarrassing now.
Big embarrassment.
And I think if I'm gonna go back home, quote unquote home, I'm trying to go back to another African country. I have no desire right now to live in Nigeria. I was
actually thinking about today and the other day. I was like, I don't know if I could go straight home. I'll have to detour in some other country. And I don't really have a massive problem with that. But it's just like, when you want to go home, you just want to go home, innit? But it's sad. But anyways, big up everyone here. Love everyone in the comments. And you guys are amazing. Keep doing what you're doing. This is proper special. Trust me, this is proper special. But yeah.
Thank you so much, lovely. Have a nice day.
Thank you.
Have a great day.
You too. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, man. People. Oh yeah, somebody in the comments said, "Do I mean Sanwo-Olu?" No, I don't. I know who.
How are you gonna say that someone means someone when you said a different name?
Out Ere. That's his name. He's what's the name of his party? Hold on a second.
It's same. He probably won't win though. That's the thing.
No, he won't win. You know what I'm saying?
Davido's uncle's competing. Do you know that he's probably on a whole campaign for his uncle and everything?
What, to be president or governor? Because he won the governor. He's a governor now. He won it.
When he did the election?
Was it last month or
was it
2
okay?
months ago?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think they'd done it.
Won, yeah. Because remember he lost it the year before, innit?
Oh yeah.
He got it back again. But yeah, Sorare, he's a candidate of African Action Congress, AAC.
Okay.
Yeah. And yeah, our good brother Chijoke was basically asking if I really mean military rule. You know what? Again, like you heard me say, innit? Like
I said what I said.
Yeah, the country is. Like this is the thing. It's one of those things where I would seriously consider it. I may not, if I was the president or had the say, go with it, but I would really consider it because there's a lot of nonsense going on in that country, as we've just said, innit? It's just too much. It's why people just run to church over there. You know what I'm saying? They just run to church.
This is it.
And the church does the same thing to you.
And
as well.
exactly, because the church is a business. It's taking more advantage of you than the president and the political people are.
So everything there is just
it's a damn
joke,
shame.
man.
That's what it is.
Yeah,
a damn shame.
But yeah, this is why, like, because I saw a couple happy Independence Days, isn't it? And I put up the flag of Yoruba Nation on Instagram.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And one of my guys was like, "Yo, you still on this?" I said, "Yes."
Yeah, I
Until the quality of life and the way of life is respected,
yeah,
we need to get out of there, man. That country's failing.
Yeah, I think they should separate. I think it will be more beneficial. But
I wouldn't even mind if it was just the South. So say Yoruba people and even from not even fully South, but half of it. The North do their thing, the South do their thing.
That's what I want. I just want the North to do that. I just
well.
want the North, respectfully, I just want the North separated. Respectfully. Because they are the root of a lot of problems at the moment.
Where the mango sweeter?
Wherever the South is, man.
Exactly.
Okay.
You're not going to visit anyway, are you? Would you ever go to Nigeria, Brent?
Definitely one day.
Okay.
Yeah, just stay in the South, innit?
Why?
Because you don't want to go north, and we want to see you back here.
Oh.
Bruv, we'll have to take over the new black. You're gone.
Is that mad?
Yeah, depending on where you go, 100%. Yeah, remember they're kidnapping people and whatnot, innit? Kidnapping people. Remember the church that they massacred people in there.
Yeah, but suppose I go as a Muslim.
Okay, Brent.
Yeah, then they might like you, innit?
Nah, they don't, because if you're not an extremist as well, you're a traitor. They're killing Muslims too. They're killing Muslims who are living by the Quran and not extremists too. Yeah. Because for them, they say that you're a traitor and clearly you got Western ideas, so off with your head too.
Yeah.
I could fit in anyway.
Quite literally. I don't think you could.
I can.
Yeah.
All right, that's your opinion.
They're terrible people, man. And even somebody said in the comments as well about the whole passport thing. The same issues happen in Uganda.
I think it's African countries. But I've heard that Nigerian embassy, wherever it is in the world, is just the same story. I'm tired.
I mean, I've not had that issue with Ghana though, to be fair.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But Nigeria everywhere. So I don't know if it's like all African countries. But Ghana getting the act together, man.
Yeah,
I don't know what they're doing, man.
Serious, man. I like the president, man. I love how he hotted up the French president as well one time. And yeah, he doesn't seem to back down. And I like that. Very intelligent man.
Someone said, end with some good news about Nigeria, please. On the Independence Day.
They had the best jollof rice.
100%.
And that's on period.
Yeah.
With the best dressed, best looking, most lit.
Amen.
The men are amazing.
Influential, most copied.
I love Nigerian men so much.
We're the best, man.
Yeah, I think the people, to be fair, there's no trend that we haven't started.
Yeah, we really have that trend. Also, I noticed something the other day, and I really don't like it, but I think when I get my man, I'll be fine. Because I'm clocking there's a lot of people that are on Nigerian men, I really don't like that. It's not enough to go around.
That's old news, though.
No, but I think I've never clocked it when I'm seeing like other people who are not even black. And I'm like,
they're not even black.
First of all,
I need to skewed. I need to do a poll. Continue.
I'm seeing like Asians. I'm like, first of all,
Relax.
there's not even enough to go around, even within the black community, even within the Nigerian community. So let's all chill. But I'm going to get mine anyway, so I don't really care about the rest of you. All the best of everyone else. But
Amen to that.
when I get mine, it'll be all right.
Yeah, man.
It won't be my problem anymore. But let's carry on to another African country that
is going through some turmoil.
It's going through some turmoil. Let's get to our next headline.
As some of you may have heard, if not, this is why I take the years here. There was a coup in Burkina Faso. So Burkina Faso's new military leadership said the situation in the country was under control and urged people to refrain from acts of vandalism targeting the French embassy. The comments came on Sunday after security forces fired tear gas at dozens of rock-throwing protesters outside France's embassy in Burkina Faso's capital, as unrest simmers in the West African nation following its second coup this year. In 1 year, 2 coups, Members of Burkina Faso's army have seized control of state television, declaring that they have ousted the military leader Paul-Henri Damiba, dissolved the government and suspended the constitution and transitional charter. In a statement read on national television late on Friday, Captain Ibrahim Traore said a group of officers had decided to remove Damiba due to his inability to deal with a worsening Islamist insurgency. He announced that borders were closed indefinitely and that all political and civil society activities were suspended. It is the second takeover in 8 months for the West African state. Damiba took control in the coup in January that ousted democratically elected President Roch Marc Kabore. Damiba and his allies promised to make the country more secure, but violence has continued unabated and frustration with his leadership has grown in recent months. Friday's apparent takeover had been announced on national TV and was the second time this year that the country's army had seized power. On both occasions, the coup leader said that they had to step in because national security was so dire. Burkina Faso controls as little as 60% of its territory, experts say, and Islamic violence is worsening. Islamist violence is worsening. Since 2020, more than 1 million people have been displaced in the country due to the violence. The African Union has demanded the return of constitutional order by July 2023 at the latest, agreeing with the regional group ECOWAS that the ousting of the leader, Lieutenant Colonel Damiba, was unconstitutional. ECOWAS said it was inappropriate for army rebels to seize power when the country was working towards civilian rule. The latest international criticism has come from the UN, whose chief, Antonio Guterres, said he strongly condemns the coup. On the streets of Ouagadougou, which is the capital, some were showing support for the country's new leaders. So one guy by the name of Francois Biogo, who's a political activist from the movement for the refounding of Burkina Faso, said, "We are demonstrating to support this coup. Confirmed or not, we are supporting this coup. For us, it is already a coup." He added that Damiba has shown his limits during his short time in power and that people were expecting a real change. Some demonstrators voiced support for Russian involvement in order to stem the violence and shouted slogans critical of France, which is Burkina Faso's former colonizer, which is what the caller Laura basically spoke about as well, about these francophone countries. In neighboring Mali, the junta invited Russian mercenaries from the Wagner Group to help secure the country, though their deployment has drawn international criticism. Burkina Faso's January coup follows similar takeovers in Mali and Guinea, heightening fears of a rollback of democracy in West Africa, especially as none of the juntas have committed to a date for new elections. So yeah, man, it's not looking good in Burkina Faso, man. Obviously, as I said, it's the second coup in a year, in 9 months. But this time, the UN are against it. ECOWAS is against it. But yeah, but again, there's all this Islamic extremist people are coming to the country. How can they have taken about 40% of the country already? It's a joke.
It's wild.
It's a joke. And do you notice they were talking about basically potentially even inviting the Russians to help? So that's something that's been going on in that part of West Africa as well. So Mali, they had a situation as well. And what happened with them is that they were getting support from, what do you call it? They were getting support from, was it France or whatever? Yeah. So they were getting support from France, right? And basically, which is the same situation with Burkina Faso. And what happened is they got help from the Wagner Group. The Wagner Group is kind of like an offshoot Russian mercenary group. You know what I'm saying? They're like mad military guys, but they're necessarily, they don't claim to be Russian army. So they're separate, the Wagner Group. They helped during Russia's annexation of Crimea in 2014 as well.
Okay. So
basically they're linked to Putin, but because like if you condemn them, you can't necessarily condemn Russia because they are separate.
Okay.
If that makes sense. Right, legally, right? So basically they've come in to Mali, right, to kind of help. And this is why some of them are saying bring them into Burkina Faso as well to kind of help. But there's been reports of them raping people as well. You know what I'm saying? And basically perpetuating the violence. Because what it is if they actually come in, solve the issue, there's no reason for Russians to stay. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So there's reports that basically they're there to continue the violence to some degree. And what that does, it allows Russia to have a foothold in Africa. You see what I'm saying? So all of this stuff is just, it's sad, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Before you move on to the next headline, the poll is in.
Okay.
Nigerian men are lit. 100%.
Woo! 100%.
100%.
How many votes?
85.
I hope 84 of those were men. Because that's what I'm telling you about the competition. It's tight. I don't like this.
Are you scared?
I'm celebrating. Of course, I'm not scared. Listen, what?
Nah,
I'm a babe. But I just want to make sure I get the nicest one I can get. Do you know what I mean? And then the rest of y'all can,
don't be scared.
fight for the scraps. Don't be scared. That is jokes.
I like that you was in the comments as well.
Of course. Because someone said, yeah, but Esther said Igbo only. Yeah, so that's why my pool is even smaller. So I'm not Igbo only. Woo.
Oh,
Damn. That was close. Yoruba only. What the heck?
That's the clip.
No, it's not. Yeah, so Yoruba only for me is just, yeah.
Yes. Okay. So our next headline is some sad news. Trigger warning. And there was a disaster at a football stadium in Indonesia. So at least 125 people have died in a crush at an Indonesian football match that has become one of the world's worst stadium disasters. Hundreds were also hurt in the aftermath of the home team Arima's FC loss to bitter rivals at the overcrowded stadium late on Saturday. The crush took place after police tear-gassed fans who invaded the pitch. As panic spread, thousands surged towards the stadium's exits, and this is where many of them got suffocated.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so FIFA, which is the world's governing football body, states that no crowd control gas should be carried or used by stewards or police at matches. The organization's president, Gianni Infantino, said it was a dark day for all who were involved in football and a tragedy beyond comprehension. One eyewitness said that the police had fired numerous tear gas rounds continuously and fast after the situation, with fans becoming tense. Next to one exit gate, a hole smashed through the wall testifies to the desperation to escape the crush that developed. There were candles next to the gate put there by supporters to remember the victims. The doors themselves were slanted outwards, again, which is a sign of the level of force from the inside. Indonesian officials at one stage put the death toll in the disaster as high as 174 people, but that was later revised downwards. The president, Joko Widodo, has ordered that all matches in Indonesia's top league be stopped until an investigation has been carried out. So yeah, man.
That's very, very sad.
Very sad.
What is it about football that gets people acting like the what's the word? When the devil enters somebody? Possessed.
Possessed.
It's very mad,
Yeah.
I can't imagine going to watch a football show and then you get a call that someone's like passed away from that. That's wild.
Yeah. The same thing happened in England, isn't it? Was that at Anfield?
What was that?
When
The stadium collapsed?
yeah, no, not when the stadium collapsed.
Hillsborough.
Thank you very much. Who said that?
Margs.
Jeez, Mark's is here, yeah?
Yeah, snuck in.
Can you see him?
But I need to sort
No,
this
I
out.
can't see him.
So who said that? What's it gonna be?
I think so.
Yeah. But yeah, man, it
Sorry.
was a sad day, man. But yeah. Welcome, Marks. What you saying? You're right.
Just about, man. Sorry, he's on, man.
That's all right. That's
So,
all right.
no, it's not all right, but well, I guess we can get into it later.
Okay.
Would you tell us though?
Off the air.
Huh?
Would you tell us?
I'm gonna tell you that on air.
All right. You could tell us no.
Nah, I'll save it.
All right.
Save it.
Actually, you can while I'm sorting this out because this is stupid.
Huh?
I hope it's not showing my bum.
No, you're not on.
It's not.
No, you're not on camera.
I am down bad. I need a sauna and a steam.
We'll stretch from there. Yeah. But yes.
Is this camera on me?
Has he said it?
Oh.
No,
No.
he said he's gonna tell us
Gonna
later.
wait.
Okay, that's good. Then you can be my first one on road. Don't get more personal than that, does it? Do you actually want to talk about it on air or off air?
What, why I was late?
Yeah.
I'm gonna talk about it on air.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get into the meat of things. Let's go. He's not talking about. He's going to talk about it in his section. That's what happens when you give everyone a section. But all right, so I've got quite a bit. There was a lot going on over the weekend. Firstly is my queen of R&B, Monica. New Monica. So basically, you know how people always make jokes about certain artists need to go through a heartbreak so they can give you really good music and whatever, which I think is a bit distasteful. It's a bit wild because they're human beings.
It's true,
man.
though.
Yeah, but heartbreaks is it
Like,
can
if you see
flatline
Adele
you.
or something, if you see someone like Adele get into a relationship, you think, oh, next album's gonna be fire. You just wait for it to mash up.
That's mad.
Yeah, trust me.
such a
You think,
wild thing
she's
to
got
say.
some flame coming.
But Monica said she's had enough of that talk. So basically, she said, someone tweeted, "Can somebody break Monica?" Do you know what's mad as well? The person had the cheek to even at her. Do you know how rude that is? So the person said, "Can somebody break at Monica Denise's heart so we can get that good music?" And then she screenshot and said, "Listen," she said, "Yo, stop wishing this shit on me. They did multiple times. You're happy now? Go ahead with this. Laughing my ass off. Newsflash, my best records I had never even been with a man. Let that sink in and remove this stupid curse from me," basically. And then she went on to list songs that she wrote. Because some songs she's written that are amazing. She was a young babe, single and didn't have a man, never experienced love kind of thing. So she said, "Angel of mine, why I love you, for you I will, everything to me, angel of mine." Oh, she said angel of mine already. "Love all over me, friends right for me." She said, "Just to name a few are all about love. But I get it. You want some so gone, should have known, sideline ho vibes. Trust, I got you." So those are the songs that she wrote without going through a heartbreak.
Also, do we know about her relationships?
So she's currently with a man who's in jail. C Murder or something.
Is she with C Murder? Because her and C Murder go back.
No. They're together.
Are they together?
Yeah. So basically, she was married to Shannon. I think he was a boss. Yeah, Shannon Brown.
Lakers player.
Yeah. And then they divorced.
Yeah.
Sadly. And then, I mean, I say sadly, she feels emancipated, but you know. And then so she's actually with C Murder. She's doing a "that's my man, I'm gonna stick beside him."
You know, C Murder's like been in pen for like
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
decades.
Yeah,
like,
but that's her true love.
yeah.
I can say yeah. Yeah, that's her true love.
Is he coming home?
That's what I'm saying.
She's hoping so. So she's helping like with the process of. I think Kim as well is trying to help with the case. If I'm not wrong.
Kim who?
Kardashian.
Oh.
But she's doing what she needs to do. Did you see her tweet about Gunna? I'm gonna tell you all about Gunna soon.
The one who failed the bar like 20 times. Kim Kardashian.
She didn't fail the bar.
What, before she got it?
You're rude. She got it. That's what matters.
I reckon if anybody can get him out,
It's
she
Kim, bruv.
All right.
I mean, Kim is getting people out. You better ask about her.
I mean, she might as well help a black man. At
Exactly.
Some point,
So I
Are they
think
officially together?
they're actually together. She posts pictures of him here and there and stuff like that. That is her man's.
That's
What, new pictures or old pictures?
Now you know it's all pictures. Let me see it.
Just checking.
Because I think you're only allowed like conjugal visits and stuff like that if the person is your spouse.
Yeah.
And even then, you can think like men in jail could just get married, divorce because they want to have sex with different people. So I think there's like other limitations to that. But yeah, so she said stop wishing heartbreak on her, and I hear it, man. It's not fun. Heartbreak stinks, bruv. Wishing on people.
Anyway, big up Monica. I really like Monica.
I love Monica.
They got a recent pic together.
What is it?
Do they?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's her man's, okay? She's not playing.
Well, that's good.
She makes it clear that's who she loves and that's who she's
That's
gonna
it.
be with. And I like the women who can do that. That's so cute.
as in
What
the
was his
ones that can
surname?
stay loyal.
I don't consider it staying loyal.
What's that?
Women who stay with a man who goes to jail.
What do you consider it though?
Would I consider it?
Yeah.
It's a delusion.
I consider it. Is a few words I consider it. I don't want to trigger anybody
Does it
today.
begin with a P?
Yes.
If your man was
There's
going
one that
jail
begins with
for,
an S.
if your man was going to jail for 2 years,
It really depends for what.
GBH and robbery.
Is this robbery? Oh, that's the ghetto. Robbery. I could handle a little fraud. Robbery.
Yeah, robbery.
That's so like classless.
So is that
You
your
trying to
answer?
steal a Rolex? Oh, ew. That's giving me the ick before you even go to jail.
So no.
I think depending on what my man's going to jail for, if I'm like married to you,
Yeah.
I could probably stay with you. If it's like an old something like back in your day, you got caught, like
Yeah.
it's caught up with you, I can
Yeah.
stay with you.
Yeah.
I think it really just depends on the person. But if you're my boyfriend and say it's like you haven't. This hasn't been the most blissful thing. Like I don't see myself settling down with you anyway.
Yeah,
Sorry, mate. I gotta go.
I hear that.
So this guy has no release date.
No, not at present.
I know. I see Master P and Romeo and that fighting his cause online.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on.
There's a lot
with his
going on.
It
case.
says he's been sentenced to life in prison and he will be unable to leave unless he can demonstrate that he is not liable for the crimes against him.
Yeah.
basically.
Yes, I think that's what they're trying to do.
Until then, his release date is currently unknown. What kind of sentence is this?
They've made several appeals.
It's American.
But they just keep getting rejected.
Yeah. So I think she's hoping and praying that he can come out. But that's her love. That's her true love. I don't know when he went to jail, but it's like it's a history kind of love, you know, the ones you circle back to.
He went jail in 2000. Well, I don't know when he went jail, but he got found guilty in 2009.
Yes, I think they were together before he even went jail.
Yeah.
So Johnny, so they've got history. So it's a true love, her first love.
Let me see. When would he go to jail?
It's nice of her. And then my first love's then in jail. That's it, though. Eh? Right. First and last. Yeah. So yeah, I think it really would depend on what my man's going to jail for. But I can like when if I'm really feeling you, I'm loyal. A bit too much, really. But anyways,
Sorry, he was arrested in 2002.
Okay.
But he didn't get sentenced for life until 2009.
Okay, so we had like bail maybe that during that time. But if you're sentenced for life, would you even qualify for bail?
Boy, who knows? Especially, it was a murder thing, isn't it?
And his name is C Murder. Or is it C and then he's murder now because of the murder charge, or was it actually C Murder?
No, his name has always been C Murder.
It was always C Murder, boy.
When I tell you the power in the tongue, people were acting confused. Look at that. Boy. Okay.
Did he get in trouble for like jury tampering or something like that?
Oh, is it?
Was that?
He does like there's some witness tampering or something like that. Some people retracted their statements and I think they think it was because he was threatening them and that.
Oh dear.
I swear there's something like that. I need to go and check.
That's wild. Yeah, I'm gonna have to have a look. But I hope you know if he's someone who's not dangerous, he's able to come back out. And I love Monica in Love. I like her anyway. Like she's one of my favorite artists ever. So I like her in Love and experiencing good things. Next as well is Jim Jones. He's basically been cut off from attending the BET Awards. So he said on his Instagram, he said, I had requested, he requested to participate in the BET Awards and or attend, as he has done in the past, right? I guess this is the format to do it. And he said their response to him was, thank you for your inquiry. At this time, we are unable to accommodate additional audience talent requests due to COVID-19 protocols in place. This year's show and red carpet are reserved for in-show talent nominees and select participating network partners only. And his caption, it says, I was trying to go to the BET Hip Hop Awards and support my brother Fat Joe, and this is how BET handled me. LOL. Damn BET. I thought this was the hip hop award show. Somebody tell Fat Joe. I hear people do that. Somebody tell. Well, you tag the person. I'm not gonna say somebody tell at Marks. Mark's gonna see because I've tagged him. Anyway, somebody tell at Fat Joe. I tried. Don't want him to think I ain't keep my word. Told him I was coming. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. But BET says different. Maybe next time this year, then he'll be allowed. Basically, he said they're talking about COVID. And there's no more COVID. So he's been uninvited. He's not allowed. I would have thought Jim Jones is one of has he done anything to offend people to
Not recently, but I'm sure back in the day he did.
Okay.
Yeah, Jim Jones used to be a rowdy guy.
So this could be personal.
Maybe.
Yeah, because I would have just thought he was one of the guys who's well respected and you could get an invite.
No, he is.
Kind of just saying he ain't popping or something.
But
I'm thinking that.
Maybe, but Jones is popping enough to go to the BET. Remember, it's not the BET Awards, the BET Hip Hop Awards. No offense. But
how long ago was their verses?
Remember, BET, they take the Hip Hop Awards less serious than the BET Awards anyway.
Okay.
Yeah. Was that Marks?
How long ago was their verses with D-Block and that?
You know, it was some years ago, you know.
Really?
Like maybe a year?
Oh, really?
A year ago, maybe?
Yeah, a year ago. I reckon about a year, yeah.
About a year.
Yeah, so he should still be eligible for a little invite at least, isn't it?
Eligible. It's true.
No, he should be. He should be.
Now that I know as well, because in my mind I thought this was maybe the actual BET. So now that I know this is the under, that's even more rude.
The undercard.
Oh, it's not the main BET award?
Nah. That's extra cheeky.
I thought, what do you mean? So what is it then?
The BET Hip Hop Awards.
Isn't the
Ain't all BET Awards hip hop?
You would think, innit? No.
So there's two.
So the main BET Awards is like R&B, hip hop, soul.
Yeah.
They cover the whole spectrum, innit? Whereas this is just hip hop, just rap.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's extra rude then. Well, somebody tell Fat Joe that he's not allowed in, and hopefully that can Fat Joe can pull some strings. If Fat Joe's going to be performing and stuff, that can help. Also, speaking of somebody who's not allowed to do things, Gunna. You know, obviously he was wrapped up in the whole YSL indictment thing and violence and threatening people and gang, and honestly, the list of the crimes is just shocking. Really, it's so much. It's like 56 count of everything. But basically, an update on his case. He's basically been removed from any violent acts in the indictments. So I guess he's not involved with any sort of violence. So I think I've reported before that he's tried to apply for bond, based for bail twice. And both times he's been denied because obviously they're saying he's a risk. And the story at the time was that he was, I guess, kind of like the ringleader as well. I mean, Young Thug is also, you know, the ringleader too. But he was seen as a very vital part of all these crimes. And I guess they can't really trust you on bail if you're being arrested you're being charged for violent acts. You might go and threaten people and blah, blah. But anyways, they've now dropped that, and apparently there's no witnesses to say that he's been involved with anything violent. So the prosecutors have dropped that from his charges. And then his lawyers are going to be trying again to apply again for bail. And hopefully they think he might be able to get it this time because his charges are not as bad anymore. But still on him anyway. So there was a rumor that, because he and Chloe Bailey had a song called You and Me. And around that time, it was like a whole rumor about them going out and whatever. And it was never really confirmed. I mean, they were kind of out in public. This was literally just before he got arrested. Just before. And there was never really confirmation. It was just a bunch of stuff we see them doing in public and whatever. And it looked a bit press PR-like. But we just never really got confirmation. But anyways, Chloe was on a Twitter space the other day, over the weekend, and she was saying how she's got a song that she's put a snippet out for. It's called For the Night. It sounds really, really good. But she was basically saying in the Twitter space that she wrote the song about Gunna. So basically, people have also come at her for not posting anything about him. So it felt as if it was like Gunna. You saw them everywhere. She was on Breakfast Club and blah, blah. And then when he went to jail, it was like she didn't even know who that man was. And obviously people made jokes about, Beyonce told her, listen, girl, stay away. This is not what we do. Do you get me? Obviously Beyonce is her and Halle's mentor. So she addressed that. She said how, the song, she basically wrote the song for him. I'm going to read out some of the lyrics. And she said she wrote the song for him. And also it was inspired after the Breakfast Club interview. She said she gets her inspiration from anything, really and truly. So she said this is how she works. She writes her own music, and this is how she gets her inspiration. And she said how people keep telling her to write free this. She's like, shut up, I'm not writing free nothing, because I support people in real life, and that's where it really, really counts. So you can't pressure me to do anything. And she said, you guys are always talking about, I don't spill the tea. Well, she said, on this track, I spill the motherfucking tea. So leave me alone, kind of vibe. And with the song, it's like got lyrics like, I ask myself why we can't be closer. Well, I mean, the man's in jail. But yeah, so why they can't be closer. I play those same games 1,000 times over, and you crave those long nights with me. You can leave your heart at the door. Let me love you for the night. It's just that kind of vibe. And obviously, also when she was in the Twitter space, she was saying how, this might even help with the streams. And then she started talking about, how the song is about him. And people were like, if she's saying that, it's probably because she's trying to get help with streams. But I don't think so, because I think this song is very, very different to her other songs. Obviously, people are quite divided on where they stand with Chloe, just because it feels as if she was this cute little girl and then she's now doing like overly like sexual stuff and da. But really and truly, I think it's because people always think she's a twin, first of all. She's older than Halle, for one. She's the older sister. So she's always been older. And if you kind of follow the career, she's always had a more mature presence, really, in the performances and stuff. So I guess people are just kind of, it's a bit tricky with her, because you don't know whether she's forcing it or what it is. I mean, people make jokes about, she's one of those girls that just found out she's pretty. So she's doing the absolute most of it. Doesn't know how to handle it, kind of vibe. But yeah, I think the song anyway is gonna be. I think it's gonna be a really good song. I think it's gonna be her best song to release. The other ones have been good, but I haven't really. I think this one is just gonna be sick anyway, with or without the Gunna tea, in my opinion. But yeah, next about someone who's talking a bit too much is Joe Budden. So over the weekend, Twitter were cooking him because. So basically, they released the episode of their podcast, and then it got taken down, and then it was uploaded, but it was like no audio. And the people were like, "Where's the audio? What's going on with the pod?" And then people who had listened to it and and then put out snippets of what had happened. It was because, so trigger warning if this triggers anybody. But basically, he was joking about how sometimes women ask him to put condom on, right? And then don't laugh, anybody, don't laugh. If you're gonna just don't.
You're
laugh.
saying don't laugh, but you're starting to laugh.
I'm not laughing. I'm smiling. I'm reporting the news. I'm smiling. But so basically, he said, because this is really not a funny matter, I really can't get cancelled over this. But yeah, he basically said that sometimes when a woman asks to put condom on, he walks to the corner of the room and pretends as if he's put it on. Foolishness.
That's illegal.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's a crime.
That's rape.
Yes.
This nigga's crazy.
It's was it stealthing?
Yeah, it's stealthing, yeah.
But basically, yeah, the thing is with that crime, technically it's when you take the condom off whilst you're having sex with somebody. But it still falls under that. I think
it's the same thing.
Yeah. No, I definitely believe that as well. But I'm saying that in the way it's different. I looked up the definition of what it is, and it was basically when you take off the condom, blah, blah, blah. But we know with the law anyway, it can be interpreted if it's going to be the same outcome anyway. So he was basically joking about it. And I feel like the other guys in the room, because I didn't actually see the visual, I've only heard the audio, they were like, it was giving me like uncomfortable laugh. And he was like, yeah, I've done that. You know, I walk to the corner of the room, pretend like I've done that. You know, and then, oh my gosh, the part he said that was so disgusting. He was like, they don't know any different. I said, dear.
Wait. So this was on Twitter. Has he been like arrested?
No. So basically, this is where also it kind of, this is where it gets a bit interesting.
Sorry, you mean literally arrested?
He's just admitted to basically raping chicks, no?
Yeah, but then unless someone comes forward,
I know, yeah, but that's not.
they'll be like, it's entertainment purposes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But basically, so in the court of Twitter, people are fighting for his arrest, as in like cancellation again, as in his cancellation, not actual arrest. So, but then in the video, so the person said, one of his co-hosts said to him, "Oh, you're a sicko." Then he said, "No, I was a sicko. This is not something that I do now," kind of thing. He said, "This is what I did before." And obviously, if you're with Joe Budden, the way he is, he's just he used to be a problem in it. So I guess he's saying that that's what he used to do. He's snitching himself, but he's kind of saying that was his past. So I guess he can I don't know whether he clocked on, or he's being real and saying, I didn't know any better. But I think you laughing about it and making jokes about it.
That's the problem, man.
It's hard to
know
whether you're different now or not.
I'm not going to lie. If that's what it is, then don't matter. If it's something he done it, innit? If he's just talking about it, then.
Yeah.
And if he's obviously openly saying that's not something I would do now and I was a sicko before, then.
Yeah.
If he did it, innit? So
yeah.
It's not a big deal. And someone needs to have a word with these birds as well, because how you know the difference, but they couldn't tell the difference. They should know. You know what I'm trying to say? So if they requested a condom and they felt raw dick, someone should have said, yo.
Yeah, but I guess it's like they're just in the moment.
Yeah.
And also like
no, in the moment sometimes it's hard to ascertain what's
so present where you can feel the difference. You get what I mean? And also they might just think that, say with other guys, they've been able to feel that it's a condom on. They might just think, he's just packing like that I can't even.
There might be all of them thin joints. You know?
What's it, extra light joints?
Yeah.
Skin thing.
There you go.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Also, why is he going to the corner? Because
obviously, if you're in the moment and it's like,
am I lying? So you get up
protection?
So basically,
it's because it's proper deception. Like,
no. The reality is he actually puts them away on purpose so he can walk over there, turn his back or whatever, put it on, and come back and walk back to her.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
It's mad. It's wild. And then, but then he did he did respond to the stuff, and he in the comment and he said, "You really want all black men in jail?" LOL. Not really, Joe, just you, but...
That's his response?
That was his response.
Oh, boy.
You really want all black men in jail. But the thing with Joe Budden here is that this man has been accused of so much. He's been accused of domestic violence. He's been accused of so much. So this is why he can say this, because he's been accused of so much stuff. Nothing's ever happened. So of course he's got the balls to come and say this. the condomless balls to say this. Of course, he's
So
got
he
that.
took
He
it
can
down.
say that.
So he realized that leaving it up was
A
an
mistake.
indictment.
Yeah, but then it was too late. He was out there. It was mad.
Brent, are you horrified by it, or do you feel like you want to vilify him?
Me? Vilify?
Yeah.
I don't think what he
Like,
did was right, to be honest.
No, of course not. And like
And the
obviously
fact
at the
that
time in the
he
moment.
was giggling. And the thing is, they said it in real time.
Yeah.
They edited the podcast and put it up. And only when there was backlash, then they took it down, right?
Yeah.
So during that process, it didn't dawn on him or any other people in the room that shouldn't have gone up.
Yeah.
For example, if you happen to sit down at No Behavior, not TDA, obviously, and
It's too late. It's already out there.
and you're on a wild thing, I immediately look to turn to you, right? I will turn to you immediately and be like, nah,
Not that.
right? And then we clap
Yeah.
because we know the perception, even though the intent wasn't what you meant it to be, it will be perceived a particular way. So it is removed. But to have all of that run and then edit it and then put it up and then respond in that way, lol, you want me in jail? Boy, nah, I think that's wild. All of it is wild.
And the thing is,
Especially in this climate.
yeah, it's extra cheeky that he didn't even say you want me. He said you want. You guys just want all black men in jail. First
Don't
of all,
group us,
don't
though.
group everybody because it's a different kind of fight with everybody and you, hun. You're a different situation. But that's why he's got the balls to say that. That's very arrogant of him to say. But I get why he said that because he's had so much stuff come out about him and nothing ever. He doesn't get punished for the shit that he does. So of course he's gonna be like, "Oh, get over it, man."
You don't cancel Joe though, man. That's one of the few podcasts I listen to.
Same.
Well, you might have to go back and listen to the old episodes to get arrested, babes. But yeah, so that's that. But people out there, do not do that. Don't let a woman think that you put on a if she asks you to do that, don't expose women to all sorts of disease and nonsense and lie. It's a crime. Okay, I know people like to say that, oh, people are too sensitive these days. There's a crime for everything. No, these things are crimes. That's why. Anyways, next is Kwasi Kwarteng. So basically, yeah, over the weekend, the Mirror put up a picture.
I'm trying to find a picture. Yeah.
Oh, do you want to send it to you?
No, that's all right. Thank you.
Okay. And basically, they put up a picture. Actually, no, you're gonna do what you're gonna do.
Yeah.
So basically, the Mirror had an article about Kwasi Kwarteng, right? But they put a picture of another black man on there, and it's even funnier because at the banner of their website, it says, "Black history is our history. Explore black history and celebrate black culture." All of that being advertised while they're getting a black man wrong. And then Kwasi then screenshot it and he at them and said, "That isn't me," at Daily Mirror. So the picture of the person they put up is Bernard Mensah, and he's the president of the International Bank of America.
Well, at least he's still Ghanaian.
Do they look alike?
I think
They
they're just
look
both
alike?
black.
Or there's not even like no similarities.
Okay, do you know-
Not really. The Mensa guy looks like Trevor McDonald a little bit.
And he's shorter as well. Like.
Kwasi-
No, he doesn't. He looks like
Mugabe.
That's it.
Yeah, that's exactly Mugabe. Because you know, I think with Thingy, he looks like he could be. They're just both black, man. They're just both black. They're just black men. This is the whole
Well, if you look at Kwasi's avatar there, you can see they're wearing the same color
suit
same color tie and shirt and blazer.
and glasses.
And yeah, the whole thing.
But Uncle
Do you reckon
has
they've done
a,
it on purpose for clicks, or do you think it's negligence? Because PR companies do that stuff a lot.
Yeah, I think
it
it's
was
negligence.
on purpose.
But they did say the Mirror did apologize for this.
Wow, blunder.
They did apologize for their behavior, the terrible error they made, and they said they're going to redouble their efforts against racism. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, it's just they're just both black, but.
Someone asked me to put up a side by side. Do we really need a side by side?
Yeah, go on.
You saw as messy. I don't want to hear anyone ever say Brent is messy. You saw as just as messy as Brent.
That was gin and gist as well, you know.
Yeah, all of you are messy. All of you messy. And in your mess, like this video, okay? Since y'all want to be doing that. And then what's next on my... Oh, Vybz Kartel is engaged.
Congrats. Why is it okay for C murder?
No, do you know what? I'm so glad. Yeah, I wanted that silence. I loved that. I loved every second of that silence.
Okay.
Yeah. So Vybz is engaged to a Turkish woman.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. You still want to say congrats?
Is she Turkish?
Yeah.
Was in Black
Sidem
Turkish?
Ozturk. Her name.
What's her name?
Her name is Sidem Ozturk.
Okay.
They look cute together and everything.
Oh, they got pics.
Yeah, they got a picture.
So she visited him, yeah.
Is it clear on the thing?
Vybz
Brent?
are looking darker.
Can you see it, Brent?
He's run
I'm
out
gonna
of,
put it up.
He's run out of cream.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Because you know what's so crazy? Because when I saw the picture, yeah, I was thinking, is this what Vybz looks like? And I was thinking, this is not the pictures I've always seen. But yeah, I guess he hasn't got the access to the creams anymore. That melanim's caught up.
You seem to send him some cake, so.
So yeah, so they're engaged. So she had an interview with Fox 5, and that's where she basically spilled the tea. And so okay, let me talk you guys through my thoughts when I first saw this story. When I first saw the story, I said, damn, everybody getting engaged. Even a man in jail is getting engaged for I'm getting engaged. That's great, cool. And then
You always bring it back to you, innit?
always, it's always. I'm the main character. And then I thought, okay, do you know what? That's great. Let me read the story, right? Cool. Then as I decided to read the story, firstly, I thought, oh, I get it. Secondly, I thought, oh, I want better for women. Because as much as I love you, I'm not dying for it. But this situation, I'll let you guys know because I don't believe they're engaged. She believes they're engaged. And this is where I say I want better for women in society. Let me take you there. So the person interviewing her said to her, did he actually propose to you? Did he have a song to propose to you? Can you share some of that information with us? She says, and this is where, see, girls, I'm afraid we've lost based off this behavior. But she goes, so how it happened is we were just calling each other hubby and wifey. And he was like, well, we're heading towards marriage. So calling you wifey or you calling me hubby is not serious enough. So he was like, you're my fiance. We're going to get married. He didn't propose to her. A man saying to you, you're basically my girl. You're basically this. That is not a proposal. It was at that point I thought, you know what, that's great. But anyway, she said so apparently she actually lived here in London and she's a social worker who helped like vulnerable adults and children. But she left all of this behind. For vibes. Literally for vibes.
What, so she lives in Jamaica now?
Yeah. No commitment, just literally vibes.
Follow your heart and that, innit? So.
Stupidity at its highest order. It's ridiculous. So yeah, she used to work here, then she left. She studied psychology and everything. She loved her life. She don't even get conjugal visits. She don't. Psychology.
He must have been watching Love Island or something. He just wants a little Ekin-Su. You get me? That's what it is.
So she said about Vybz, she said, she was saying she was blushing. Women. Anyway, she says, he's smart. I love his heart. He's got an amazing heart and he's so giving and so loving. And I just like to call him my angel. It's just, he's an angel in my life and I can't deny the way he makes me feel and how happy he makes me feel.
Yes.
So she said to be in Jamaica, engaged to Addy, because that's his real name, Adidja Azim Palmer. She said, engaged to Addy is a dream come true. Girl, that's of all the dreams you could have in the world, that's the dream you wanted to have.
Yeah, but you can't be happy for Monica and not be happy for her, man.
No, I definitely can be. 100%. It's
Why?
a
What's
very
the
different
difference?
situation. Monica's free.
So is she.
Yeah, but nah, it's a different situation, man. Okay, do you know what it is? Let me just call it spirit. I'm for black love. So that's
right.
that.
I was
That's
wondering
that.
what was happening.
Yeah,
Because it's a situation.
I'm for black love. This isn't black love to
You
me.
just don't promote this message, yeah?
I don't promote the message. And I think
Alright.
also with Monica's actually tried several times with love. She had trigger warning. She had one of her boyfriends shoot himself in front of her. Like, sis has been through it. So if Monica says, this man, no, don't care about his Turkish, babe. If Monica says,
This woman might have gone through it as well.
don't care. She hasn't given me music to show it. If Monica says, see murder is where my love is at, I will support Monica, know what Monica's been through. I don't know what this babe has been through, but even when Monica's not quitting music and doing everything, all of that stuff. Monica's living her life and having the love on the side. This sis left her job to go to a country she's not from. Nothing wrong with that, but all the best. And to be with a man, what? I bet it's such as pen pals.
I think Jamaica's looking after her.
Yeah, because obviously Vybz is the prince over there,
I
isn't
think
he?
she's getting Willie over there too.
Boy, she better hope we don't find out.
Yeah, for real.
Not to say what his character's like, but boy.
He's in jail for that, right?
Exactly. So I hope she's doing what she needs to do by herself. So anyway, she said to be in living in Jamaica, engaged to him is her dream come true. She hasn't processed it properly in her head because it didn't happen. It's not much to process. She said, I know it's amazing. I don't even know how to describe how I feel. I've got words to describe it. She said that's how good it feels. It's so good she doesn't have words to describe it. Obviously, people are talking about his baby mum as well, like what her reaction is, blah, blah. Shorty, she's called. You guys know her? No? Well, that's his baby mum anyway. And apparently they've been on and off and for years and whatever. But sis was just out there living, and this is the kind of woman I like. It's the kind of woman I like. So she's just out there living her best life, partying and whatever. And she posted up some little quote, so I guess people can, stay away from get off her back. And she said, "A wise man told me, if it doesn't affect my pocket, don't let it affect my emotions." #real. So his baby mum is living her best life, and little what's her name? Ozturk.
Uzi Vert.
I'm not involved. Ozturk is out here loving the love of her life in jail.
Brent, if she's staying in Vybz' ends, I don't think they might trouble her, because I know you're saying she's probably getting looked after in Jamaica, but they might just respect the world boss and just leave her alone. You get me?
World boss.
I
You reckon?
have nothing to say to this because you are my Jamaican correspondent, so take your word.
Whatever you say. But it's interesting, man. But he's got an EP as well that got released on Friday. I should have said it.
Is this music he's recording from behind bars?
I believe so. So it was an EP and it's called True Religion EP, and it's got a picture
Of the jeans?
of Ozturk in the middle of a Bible.
What?
Yeah.
This is all weird.
Brent, do you have that picture or?
I'm gonna type it in Google.
Yeah, it's So Vybz Kartel, True Religion. And it's Ozturk on the album cover or the EP cover. And it says The Lover's Bible, King Kartel version.
This is the wackest cover I've ever seen.
It's just, I have no words.
Free word boss, man. Free word boss.
I have no words. But apparently this year is when they will know whether he will be actually free.
What's going on?
He's playing his music.
Brent's playing the music.
I don't know what that was about.
Yeah, neither do I.
No, it's independent label, man. You can play it.
All right, cool.
I wish that we shouldn't. Sorry, it's not part of my word and road. If you can respect my segment, thank you. That'd be great. Yeah, so big up her. I mean, congratulations to them. If she's gonna come down as an engagement, I can't imagine a guy proposing and I'm even going around saying this is how he proposed to me. That's your proposal story. That is so embarrassing.
See, this cover doesn't make you want to listen to this project.
I like this cover.
Yeah,
is whack,
if
man.
anything, it makes you.
This is a poor cover.
It's just wild. So big up Ozturk. Then we end with the best, very, very positive news. Very positive news. Guys, we won. We actually won. We have got Maya Jama hosting Love Island. She's the new host of Love Island, which is absolutely amazing.
Congrats.
Yeah.
Streets did it.
They did it.
I've been campaigning for this for a long time, yeah. But what's mad now is now she's got it, yeah. If she's not good, I think they're gonna flame her up, innit?
Do you know? Okay. Let me talk about that. Because some of you are so ungrateful sometimes. So obviously, we were talking about Maya Jama, Maya Jama, like Maya Jama. Now they've got Maya Jama. This is people. I can't lie. I want a Nella Rise. Shut up.
I saw some tweet where they were saying that, yeah, obviously, like, there's just always the same people doing stuff. Like, I would like to see, like, Nella Rose or Aloni or something.
Stop it, man. Nella is, first of all, doing catfish. You can't win. But also, I think Nella I think Nella would be better for the After Sun. Because that's got more personality. You do silly little things on there. Do you get me? It's more...
Sorry, Ebony, you're right. I need to talk to someone. I need to message her. I need to see if I can get this After Sun gig.
I think
I swear I need to be on there. The streets got us to another campaign now. Let's get
Listen,
Bridget
let's
on
go.
outside.
That's true, you know.
I said, let's get Bridgiano.
I need to be involved in some way, shape, or form. Like, get me the gig. How are we gonna do this?
Listen, we're at Love Island.
Yeah, for real. Brent, put up the clip.
Let them
man.
know. Yeah.
At Love Island every day, man. I need to be on After Sun, man.
Yeah. I think it's only right. You and I got good chemistry.
It's a natural trajectory for my career.
Absolutely. I'm here for it.
Just make sure you wear the TDA merchandise. I'm good.
Hey, black t-shirt.
It don't get more new black than that, does it? But apparently, ITV represents a source has said that Maya's this is Maya's dream. Maya was ITV's dream option, and she's fun, beautiful, and a brilliant presenter. And apparently, it's something that she's very excited for. And they're in the final stages of closing on the contract, so it should be good. But also, what I don't like though, because I'm on a particular platform, I'm not going to say where I'm at, but the pictures are obviously talking about Laura Whitmore when she, stepped back. I told you guys about that, and how obviously she can't really juggle it because she's got Broadway and she's got to travel back and forth. It's not really working. She's got like a 16-month-old daughter as well with the voice on Love Island, Ian Sterling.
Oh, are they a couple?
Yeah, together. Yeah, it's really cute. But the pictures they're showing of Laura is that Laura like fully clothed, and then the pictures they're showing of Maya is her in like bikinis on holiday. Clearly, I don't like that agenda. I don't like it. But let me not be that picky girl.
Oh, they want the views, innit?
No,
but I know what they're doing.
Sex sells, isn't it?
What sells?
And obviously, I don't think Laura has the.
I'm tuning in.
The
But still,
anatomy for
I guess
subscriptions.
that's the way to look at it. That's the way to look at it, I guess. Okay, that's positive. All right, we'll go with that. But yeah, man, so congratulations to Maya Jama. I'm looking forward to her presenting. I think she'll be absolutely sick. She's going to bring us with style, beauty, banter, like just vibes. I'm really, really here for it. And apparently someone else who was in the running was Vic Hope, who is a radio and TV presenter. Don't know if you guys know who that is. Her.
Jeez, shout out John.
I think I recognise her.
Yeah. So, big up Maya Jama.
Shout out John for what?
Oh, he's just tuned in.
Oh, okay. So big up Maya Jama. Looking forward to that. Should be great. But that is all from me today.
Nice.
Cool.
Let's get into people's journal.
All right.
People, so welcome to the People's Journal, where I give you the news from an economics point of view. So I'm going to be quick today. And the first thing I want to touch on is basically there's been some critique of the Tories and basically saying how the ministers have been accused of giving mixed signals over migrant workers. Remember this whole, we were chatting about it for weeks and months, to be fair, when Priti Patel was going forward with the Rwanda scheme, right? And she was the Home Secretary at the time. So now the new Home Secretary, which is Suella Braverman, she's come out in the interview and she's basically said, let me quote her. She said, what we've got is too many low-skilled workers coming into this country. We've also got a very high number of students coming into this country, and we've got a really high number of dependents. Those people are coming here. They're not necessarily working, or they're working in low-skilled jobs, and they're not contributing to growing our economy. So obviously, this is what she said, right? And see, this is the thing. A lot of people are complaining about Priti Patel, innit? This woman's already come, and I think she might be worse already from the jump. You know what I'm saying? Like she's talking in a way that Priti Patel never really spoke. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. This one seems kind of serious. And so the Shadow Immigration Minister, Stephen Kinnock, basically responded. He said, it's vital that the government provides business with certainty, stability, and clarity. But like so much else, this government's immigration policy is all over the place, with the Chancellor and the Home Secretary sending utterly confused and chaotic signals. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, she wanted to go forward with Boris and Priti Patel's Rwanda deal. They actually wanted to put more money to and expand it, right? Remember, I think it was last week or 2 weeks, we were talking about detention centres, how they're trying to get more, open up some, and build, I think, more detention centres to kind of get people in there and get them out of the country. So yeah, people are kind of in uproar about that. The second thing is UK power stations owner cuts down primary forests in Canada. So basically a company that's received billions of pounds in green energy subsidies from UK taxpayers is basically cutting down environmentally important forests. So this is what Panorama, BBC Panorama like to go around minding everyone's business. So this is what they did. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but obviously they found out this is where our money is being wasted.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So Drax is the name of this particular company, and they run Britain's biggest power station, right? They burn millions of tons of imported wood pellets, which is basically classed as renewable energy and whatnot. So the BBC went about, did their, digging and whatnot. They discovered that some of the wood comes from primary forests in Canada, right? So the company says it only uses sawdust and waste wood because it's meant to be renewable energy. But obviously, Panorama analyzed satellite images. They traced logging licenses. They used drone filming. All types of these proper, when white people want you.
Yeah.
They want you. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they pretty much found out what they found out and they proved it, right? And basically, one of the ecologists who was speaking to Panorama about this whole situation, her name is Michelle Connolly. She basically came out and basically said, look, it's really a shame that British taxpayers are funding this destruction with their money, logging natural forests and converting them into pellets to be burned for electricity. It's absolutely insane. It's just counterproductive. And again, this is why I always say, whenever I'm given the opportunity, that
It's all the time.
that government intervention needs to be brought down to a minimum. You know what I'm saying? Again, I don't support Tories or Labour. I just support government stepping back. You know what I'm saying? Because whenever they're involved in things, they mishandle our taxes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Yes. So yeah, that's what's happening. Hopefully they can sort that out, man. At least it's been exposed now. So yeah. And the last thing pretty much is going to be surrounding this whole thing with Kwasi Kwarteng and Miss Liz Truss. And this is what someone highlighted earlier, which is basically that they've got rid of the 45p tax rate. And Kwasi Kwarteng, Mr. Kwasi Kwarteng, he put out a statement on Twitter about 7:30 this morning. And basically this is what he said. From supporting British business to lowering the tax burden for the lowest paid, our growth plan sets out a new approach to build a more prosperous economy. However, it is clear that the abolition of the 45p tax rate has become a distraction from our overriding mission to tackle the challenges facing our country. As a result, I'm announcing we are not proceeding with the abolition of the 45p tax rate. We get it, and we have listened. This will allow us to focus on delivering the major parts of our growth package. First, our energy price guarantee, which will support households and businesses with their energy bills, which is what we spoke about before, where they've capped it, I believe, 2,500. Second, cutting taxes to put money back into the pockets of 30 million hardworking people and grow our economy. And third, driving supply-side reforms, including accelerating major infrastructure projects to get Britain moving. So yeah, he says they've listened. I'm not too sure if it's a listening thing or more so they got put in a chokehold in it, and they've reacted since then. But at least they've done something about it.
Yeah.
And as a result, pardon me, the markets have started to rebound already. So people are basically saying, look, don't get too excited. It doesn't mean mortgage rates are going to go down. You know what I'm saying? Like it was before they came into power the beginning of September. But what they are saying is that the pound has rebounded a bit. What else has... A few other things as well have basically gone back up, and it's looking more favourable for the UK. It's looking like outside investors are basically looking at everything a bit more favourable at the moment. And so, yeah, it is having the desired effect. And it's a good thing that it's happening so quickly as well, because everything dropped so quickly. So the fact that it's going back up, kind of rebounding just as quick is a beautiful thing. So, yeah.
Register's a bit cheeky.
Wow.
Who would have thought, huh?
Who would have thought what? What did you say?
About the pound rebounding off the back of the news.
Okay.
I think I was a callback to his running feud with you.
Yeah, but this doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, just tongue in cheek, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, is register him?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a girl.
The friend of the guy who called him.
Yeah, friend of Mr. Tariq. Yeah, man. Yes. Yeah. That's all I have for the People's Journal, man.
Right. So there's a poll I put up.
Okay.
Conservatives or Labour, where do you lean? Just until maybe 3 minutes ago, nobody voted Conservatives. Right now it's 43% Labour, 43% they're all the same, No, it's 41% Labour. 37 people have voted so far. That's why it is that people get onto you when it is that it sounds as though you are pushing the Conservatives
What is this? Where's this poll?
on the
I
chat.
can't see it. Yeah, sorry. Say the poll again. Sorry, bro. Okay, I've seen it now.
Conservatives or
Conservative
Labour,
Labour.
where do you lean?
Okay. Yeah, but come on, man. This is like most people will do Labour. Easy.
Yeah, but I'm just saying this is why it is that people get onto you. Because
That's
we have an
because-
audience that is...
Yeah, but that's
leaning
because
Labour.
people lack comprehension, innit? You know what I'm saying? Like I've said it many times. Like I'm not supporting bloody Conservatives. I don't support the Tories. I've never voted for the Tories. How many times do you have to say it? In how many different ways?
Sorry.
You know what I'm saying? I'm saying.
Frustration.
No, you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying I'm against government intervention. So when you cut taxes at any time and in any way, I'm for that. Because economically,
The
to
economist
me-
in you, like you understand the Tories, innit? If that makes sense.
Exactly.
Oh, you understand the Tories?
Yeah, because their views are more capitalist than it is socialist. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But I'm for the policies. I don't care about the party. The party don't care about me, and they don't care about you. I've been saying this time and time again. Both of these parties don't give a damn about you. You know what I'm saying?
Get some t-shirts made, like I told you.
All right.
All right, well, let's get into the rotation.
Your weekly music breakdown. All right, we're gonna start with Vybz Kartel. So he released a new EP called True Religion. Yeah, I haven't listened to it yet. I just found out about it now. But if you like Vybz, check it out. 7 tracks, 80 minutes. So it's a quick listen. No features.
Is it 80?
18.
Oh.
18. You have songs on there called Like Royalty. My World. I'm sure you're talking about what's her name? Little Uzi.
I'm not involved.
Symphony, Immortal.
Okay.
know
I
what
guess
I
that
mean?
love is immortal, isn't it?
Some interesting titles here. Some interesting titles. So yeah, if you're into Apple Music, have described it as modern dancehall. I'm not sure how that differs from the stuff back in the day, but yeah, if you're a Vybz fan, check that out, man. The cover's higgy as well, so
Cover is the worst part
yeah,
of all of
cover's
it.
higgy, I'm gonna say. But yeah, all right, cool. Let's get into the real one. All right, so let's start off with K-Trap. All right, so K-Trap released his new project, The Last Whip 2. This is his 7th project in 5 years, so you know K-Trap is a hard worker. He's out there. Obviously this is a sequel. The first Last Whip came out in 2017, so this is the sequel to that. 19 songs, 58 minutes long. Nice meaty listen. Features on there: Heady One, Krypton Conan, S Loud, LD, Young's Teflon, M Honcho, Reeks MB, and Odil. You know what I mean? I'm a K-Trap fan. Anyone else a K-Trap fan in the room?
I'm a massive K-Trap fan still.
Yeah.
Big up K-Trap. Obviously, it's drill album. A lot of mid to high tempo drill beats. Obviously, with drill, as we all know, the beats all sound kind of similar, you know, as drill beats often do. So, no surprises there with the production. It gives you exactly what it says on the tin. In terms of the content, obviously it's K-Trap, so you're going to get drug talk, money, streets, WAPs, girls, jewelry, ops, 1,000,001 drug references to his drug activity, hella metaphors. It's all kind of what you expect from K-Trap, innit? But it's still lit. It's lit. Like I like Trap. I like his energy. I like his delivery. I like his flow. I like his wordplay. You know what I mean? Even though it's all around the same subject matter, but either way, I love it. Songs I like in particular: Extra Sleeve featuring Heady One, Molly May. I think that features
Molly May.
Molly May, as in
Okay.
that's featuring Young's Teflon.
The name of the song is Molly May.
Molly May, yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
pick up Molly May. I love
It's
that.
probably about white girl.
No,
Yeah.
it's about the Molly May,
Yeah, Molly May, yeah.
who's making hella money.
Yeah.
I see that we've moved away from the Queen. I love that.
Another song
that.
called G19, another song called Spoiled. Overall, nothing inspiring, but great drill music, really. You know what I mean? High energy. You know, he's giving you exactly what he always gives you, which is that sophisticated drug talk. For me, it's a good album to drive to in the gym. Anyone else listen to it? Marks?
No, I haven't.
Check it out.
I let it play the other day when I was driving somewhere. I didn't get through all of it initially. I need to listen to it all before I could make a proper decision on it. Some of the stuff I heard, like, because I like K-Trap, yeah, I'm a bit biased, you get me? But I haven't got a song yet. There's one with LD actually that sounds cool. What's that called?
The one with LD. 1 second, let me get that up. The one with LD.
Because I just like LD. LD's voice is cold.
Golden Goal.
There you go. And him and Trap will make dope songs together.
Yeah.
So, but I haven't even. What you say is like 19 songs or something?
Yeah, 19 songs.
Yeah, so I'm probably through. I probably got, because I just let it run from the beginning. I probably got through about 7 or 8, maybe. Yeah. So I have to reserve my things. But I gave Trapo like rapper of the year last year and that. So I think he's cold, and it's more in keeping with. It's in keeping with what he does, isn't it? So if you like K-Trap, I think you'd enjoy the project.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. If you like K-Trap, you're gonna love this. You know what I mean? Even one of his songs from his last project is making waves now.
Warm's been making waves. I gave Warm's song of the year as well.
I know, but I feel like it's the traction is still there, even though he's released a new project. Yeah. A single from his old project is still making waves.
There's certain songs, there's certain songs in the UK, that like when do people get their hands onto them, they just decide that they're classics. And I think people have made Warm a classic now. Yeah. Like it just goes off anywhere. Yeah. It's like even say like you see like the Scraps song, the Biggie song, that's been out for not long. It's just like recently everybody's just decided it's everyone's just decided it's an anthem now. Yeah. Like you get me? Yeah. So it's kind of like that. People have picked up on Warm. But Warm's very, very good. It's cold.
Yeah, Warm's cold. Also, I heard over the weekend that he's got a project coming with Heady One.
Heady. Oh, that's going to be crazy.
Him and K-Trap got a joint tape together.
That better be dope anyway.
It should be dope. Based on, well, if we're going to base it on Extra Sleeve, I reckon that's one of the hardest songs on this project, which is featuring Heady One. Then, you know what I mean, if they're going to carry on in that vein, then I'm all for it. And obviously his project with Blade as well was sick as well. So in terms of collab projects, his track record right now is stellar still. So yeah, K-Trap, The Last Whip 2, check it out, man. Good project there.
Does it make the rotation, yeah?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. It makes it, man. It makes it. So staying on drill, Russ Millions has got a new single called Pisces featuring Captain Conan, who were just, they were on K-Trap's album as well. So it seemed like Captain Conan are, back outside.
Warming up.
Yeah, I even see on Conan's story over the weekend, I think they were recording a video.
Okay.
Doing a little behind the scenes. So I think they're gearing up to release their own music, and obviously they're featured on K-Trap's album and on Russ's single. So they're warming. All right, so this single in particular, this is Russ, innit? Russ is similar to a lot of drill artists. The beats always kind of sound the same, but I feel like Russ in particular, he makes it a point to make things sound the same. That was a joke. So yeah, it's a typical drill beat, typical Russ beat. The beat's decent, but with drill, it's hard not. If you like drill, it's hard not to like drill beats, even though they all have the same drum pattern. You know what I mean? It is what it is, isn't it? Captain Conan delivered, good verses. Conan's verse in particular is my favorite on the song. High energy, all bars, no chorus, just verse, no in betweens.
Is it?
Yeah.
I ain't listened to it. I only heard the snippet, but from the snippet, it sounded good though.
Yeah, it's all right. It's nothing special though, to be fair, and it's kind of forgettable for me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If I'm comparing it to the song that they have with K-Trap on his project, is that song is way better than this one. So this one doesn't make the rotation for me, to be fair. I've listened to it a few times. They've got video as well. Video's all right. But nah, I feel like with these three names combined, I would expect something better, especially with the track record Russ has with Tion. And when Russ puts out songs, they're normally quite big. They normally do quite well. Yeah. This one, I think, falls short of that. It's missing something. I'm not sure what it's missing. Even though I feel like it was mixed poorly as well. I feel like the beat is higher than the vocals. And I'm like, even with Crep's verse, I'm struggling to hear what Crep's saying a little bit. So
how do people not hear that when you're doing that?
You'd be surprised, You'd be surprised with mixes as well.
You got to listen to it on different devices and stuff just to make sure, because that's wild.
Yeah, listen to it in the car, listen to the big speakers, listen through your phone just to make sure that it's coming through the right way. So yeah, Russ, Pisces featuring Captain Conan. Check it out. It's worth checking out, but it's not something that I'm gonna put in the rotation because I'm not gonna listen to it again. All right, let's quickly go to some girl stuff. Maybe this will pique Esther's interest. So Ciara.
Oh, and Summer.
Featuring Summer Walker. So they got a song out called Better Thanks.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. Before I talk about the song, the video is dope. The artwork is dope. Visually, it was very pleasing to the eye. Both of those, especially the video.
Yes.
Good song, mid-tempo, R&B, hip-hop. But my issue is this song sounds kind of dated.
It sounds like X for a Reason.
Okay.
Summer's X for a Reason with JT.
Ciara's sound to me sounds like it's stuck in 2010.
It is. That's why I keep telling you guys she
Yeah.
needs to just focus on fashion
Like
and
the production
yeah.
and just the feel of it.
Yeah.
So I don't see this song creating waves. I remember the last song she released as well, that Jump. That I reported it here.
Yeah. No one needed that.
Yeah.
I like her better on features.
Yeah. And even with the Summer Walker feature, this song is kind of, it lacks a bit. And also, her and Summer's voices, when you listen to a song, it's hard to distinguish when Summer comes in. It feels like it's Ciara. Not until I saw the video.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah.
Oh, this is Summer, because
Yeah.
it's just all kind of on the same tone. It sounds kind
Yeah,
of
they
similar.
sound very similar.
Yeah, I was like, not until I watched the video, I thought, okay, this is Summer's part of the song. So I think a better distinction on Summer's feature would have been nice. Yeah, it's a decent song. It's not a bad song.
Yeah.
But I don't see why Ciara is releasing music that sounds so dated. Like there's a lack of evolution here.
Is it her song or it's Summer's song, isn't it?
No, it's Ciara's.
It's Ciara's song?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Summer's song,
Yeah, Ciara featuring Summer.
Oh.
Yeah, this song sounds like it could have been made 10 plus years ago. So for me, it's a decent song, but for me personally, no, it's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make it. All right. Before I go to the next one, did you get your Ashake tickets?
No, I did not. I was ranting about it this morning. I
Yeah.
tried again not too long ago. I'm not going. I'm done. I don't even care. I'm done.
Why?
It's foolishness. The release has been the worst thing I've ever done. I've ever seen released in my life.
Do you think this was deliberate or they're just rolling with the punches?
I think it's Nigerians being Nigerians. It's that lack of discipline we're talking about, because how are you going to say you're releasing pre-sale tickets, but then the artist is tweeting that he sold out the show? Is this a pre-sale or is it a sellout? And then you're releasing dates off the cuff.
Yeah.
You're just releasing dates and then you're not even announcing that you released the dates that those pre-sales have gone out.
Yeah.
So they'll just tweet like day 2. You go on the website, you check, there's nothing on day 2.
Yeah.
I go and check because I've got a job. I go and check 1 hour later. Tickets are sold out for day 2. I'm like, when? And they didn't even tweet anything.
How many days? He has 4 days now, isn't it? Or
Yes.
5?
In London, he's got 3.
Do you think he could have done the O2?
Yes. I don't think the O2. What's the O2 capacity though?
I'm not sure.
Because Brixton is 5,000. So he sold out 3 Brixton dates. That's 15,000.
Get the capacity of O2.
I think he could have done maybe 2. What's in? Yeah, because I think O2 is at 20,000. I think.
Brenda, have you got that?
Brent's not been trying.
Something like that, innit? Like 20 or 18 or something.
Yeah, I
like
think
that,
it's 20. Yeah, because I'm seeing people saying as well.
O2 is 20.
Yeah, 20. I actually think he could have.
Yeah. No, if he sold Brixton 3 times,
3
then
times.
he could have done.
Yeah, I think he could have, and I think they should have just done that one big venue. But I guess they didn't know.
Maybe it's that, or maybe it's just the finances side of things. Maybe booking the O2 for one date is more than booking Brixton 4 times. Who knows? I don't know.
Yeah, but I also think that artists have this thing where they want to be like, oh, I sold out 3 shows. I sold that. Bro, just have one and let everyone just get there and shut up.
Yeah.
And I'm not going.
Listen, every time I logged on Twitter over the weekend, I just saw people talking about.
Yeah.
Ashake.
It's been
Is
very
this
frustrating.
his first show over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is first album, first show.
First everything.
I think a lot of the
He's got to
complaints.
go through the process. He's got to go through the process, man. He's got to build it up. You do the smaller venues and sell them out, and then come back.
I hear
the
that.
bigger one. People who didn't make it and stuff like that. It's just the routine. It's what you're doing it.
Yeah.
So
Do you
I heard that.
Do you feel like the tickets were overpriced? Esther?
Yes. I can't lie to you. Obviously, I know there's a cost of living or whatever, and there's inflation or whatever. But I thought for O2 Brixton, considering what that venue is, I'm doing majority of the work because my legs are holding me up. It's like I was thinking maybe £35. I thought, okay, I push, I could do 40.
Yeah.
I log on, I'm seeing £60. It's greed. It's Nigerian. It's the Nigerianness of it. But fair enough, if that's what he wants to do, that's cool. But I just think for me, Brixton is not worth that price. You might as well be in a nicer venue. Because when I think of the headache with shows at O2 Brixton, it's a lot anyway. And then I think I just hate the rollout. I hate everything about this, and I'm not gonna go because that's how I'll go now and break my head. So I'm just done.
I ain't going.
I didn't know this guy was so popular. He's
Neither did I. And what's pissing me off as well, I'm seeing people who can't even pronounce his name talking about they wanted to get tickets. I think it should have lined everybody up. Speak Yoruba. Some girls out here talking about, oh, I can't wait to sing a salad. I like you. Are you sick? And she's got tickets. I have tickets. I ain't going.
What's his biggest song?
It's a lot, man. So he's got the one we were talking about the other day, the Shingwa with Burna Boy. But also, I think besides that, he's actually got singles that people love. Like he's got Palazzo, he's got Terminator, he's got Peace Beyond to You.
So cold. Palazzo is one of my favorites.
Banger. I even know the words to that. I'm never gonna go.
I'm trying to learn the words, but I can't speak African.
You can't speak what?
You can't speak what?
You can't speak what?
What can't you speak?
Wow. You ignorant Caribbean.
I said I can't speak African. You know, I'm appalled.
I'm done for the day. I'm done.
Iman's closed his iPad.
Jama.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's a shame. It's a shame because I think it's going to be a really, really good show, but I just can't be fighting like this for tickets. And furthermore, anyway, it's in winter, so I don't feel that bad.
Yeah, okay.
For hibernation season.
All right, cool. Shout out to those who are going.
Yeah,
all right,
clearly.
next up, let's get on to Freddie Gibbs, rapper Freddie Gibbs, for those who know. New album out, Soul Sold Separately. I like the title. 15 songs, 46 minutes. This is probably for me personally, it's one of the best features lists of people I've seen in a while. So you got Offset, Moneybagg Yo, Rick Ross, Anderson .Paak, Raekwon, DJ Paul, Pusha T, Music Soul Child, and Scarface. That's a solid list of features right there. Solid beats, very soulful, cinematic, very layered, lots of instruments, kind of dark as well. This is not, I would say, his best lyrical album compared to his previous projects, but still solid bars. You know, Freddie Gibbs is a good rapper. Fast, rapid kind of flow. Showcases different flows as well throughout the album. It's a good, solid, cohesive listen from start to finish, I would say. My favorite songs on there, you got Blackest in the Room, Couldn't It Be Done. Is it Rabbit? Yeah, Rabbit Vision as well is cold on there. This makes the rotation for sure. It's so solid. It's a solid hip hop album. If you like rap, then check that out, man. And he managed to get Scarface, which is a surprise because
he's a legend, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a legend. He don't really come outside. So for him to get Scarface to come outside, it means something. Especially when you group that up with the fact that he's got Raekwon on there as well, and Rick Ross and Pusha. It's cold. So yeah, Freddie Gibbs, check that out. And lastly, YG. All right, new album called I Got Issues. 14 songs, 49 minutes. Features on there. Her, J. Cole, Moneybagg Yo again. Nas, Roddy Ricch, Post Malone, Marzi. You know YG. Lots of West Coast vibes here, but my issue with this album is, right, it sounds like, obviously, him and DJ Mustard, they have beef.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I don't remember the origin of the beef, but I know they ain't been fucking with each other for a bit, innit? And DJ Mustard was, he was, I believe, one of the sole contributors to YG's production. Like, I think some of his albums were solely produced by DJ Mustard. Since they're falling out, I don't believe they've worked together, innit? And this album sounds like he hired a producer to curate DJ Mustard sounded beats.
Okay.
But it's not making it.
It's not doing what it needs to do.
It's not doing it. It sounds like, knockoff versions of Mustard beats. The production lets this album down big time. Big time. And I also but I saw that he had some label issues as well. They released the track list before it was meant to be released, and he's had a whole, the release schedule's kind of been higgy-hagger as well. So all in all, I feel like it was set up to be a good album in terms of the features, subject matter, but the beats just let it down on there, innit? It let it down big time. What else can I say about this album? It's got a song with Nas, which I was looking forward to, because you can know why. Nas is my favourite rapper, but the feature was disappointing. In the song. I didn't love Nas on there. I didn't like the way he came in. I didn't like the beat. You got a song called Toxic, which samples Mary J. Blige, Happy. I like that song, because of the sample. Scared Money, featuring J. Cole, Moneybagg Yo. That came out a while ago as a single. That's still probably the best song on there. You had another song called Run, featuring Tyga, 21 Savage, and Bia, which for some reason isn't on the album anymore, but it was a single before, which is weird. So I wonder why that was taken off. That song came out like 3 months ago. It's one of them ones. Favorite song on there, probably Baby Mother, or How to Rob a Rapper. The album had a lot of potential to be good, but I just feel the production let it down. So for that reason, it's not gonna make it. It's not gonna make it. Yeah, not gonna make it. Sorry. So yeah, just to round up, K-Trap, Last Whip 2, check it out. Solid Drill album. Russ Millions featuring Krypton Conan. Check it out, but listen with caution. It's not great. If you want to listen to a solid hip hop album with, you know, great beats, great features, lots of rap, Freddie Gibbs, sold separately, cold. Ciara, again, she's stuck in the time warp for some reason. Babes, it's 2022. Let's hear some fresh new sounds from you. Work with some new producers.
Let's
I don't know
not
what
hear.
it is. It's just, it's like 106 Park era. I don't know. Again, YG's album, lots of potential, but him and Mustard need to reconnect. He needs to say sorry to Mustard. Whatever transpired between them, apologize, because I feel like that's the missing link to him, you know, carrying on his greatness. And yeah, man, that's it for this week. Don't forget, check out Vybz Kartel as well.
You can let us know what you think about it next week.
No. I certainly will not.
I can't. Okay, well, let's get into our last headlines for today, right?
Trigger warning for this, and a man has been charged with the murder of Olivia Pratt-Korbel. So a 34-year-old man has been charged with the murder of Olivia Pratt-Korbel, who was the girl who was shot dead in her own home in Liverpool, along with the attempted murder of her mother. Thomas Cashman from the West Derby area of the city is accused of killing the 9-year-old who was shot in the chest. Another man, 40-year-old Paul Russell, also from West Derby, close to the part of the city where 6 weeks earlier Olivia was killed, has been charged with assisting Cashman. Announcing the development during a press conference at Merseyside Police Headquarters, the Chief Crown Prosecutor Maria Kaur said the charges had been authorised after the review of a file of evidence received from the force. Both suspects are due to appear at Liverpool Magistrates Court on Monday today. Until the significant announcement, 11 men had been arrested without any charges brought over the shooting that stunned the nation and led to claims that police had faced a wall of silence. During Saturday night's press conference, DCI Mark Amin again urged people to come forward and speak to us, reiterating calls for CCTV, dashcam or smart doorbell footage to be forwarded to the force. And our second headline is it's about a climate activist who defaces a memorial that was dedicated to Sir Tom Moore. Remember Sir Tom Moore? You remember him when I
It's my
started
time.
talking. Huh?
Is it during my
Yeah,
my age time?
It's during COVID.
Oh.
You know who he is.
Oh, the old man.
Yes, exactly.
That was very dramatic, actually.
Oh,
like
sorry.
my granddad.
I was thinking of Roger Moore.
Yeah. So
Oh,
memorial-
bless him. That's not nice.
Yeah. So a memorial to Captain Sir Tom Moore has been defaced by climate activists campaigning against the use of private jets in the UK. Footage was posted online showing a 21-year-old Maddie Budd pouring human waste onto the memorial of the late British Army officer. The campaign group, End UK Private Jets, released the footage via its social media channels. Budd, who was a former medical student from Wales, says, people are going to say that he's a hero. People are going to say that he is profoundly obscene, that this is profoundly, obscenely disrespectful to his life and to the NHS he stood up for. And I agree. I was studying to become a doctor because I believe in taking care of people. If we believe that the NHS is important, if we believe in taking care of each other, if we believe that NHS workers are doing essential work, why are we forcing our healthcare system into collapse? Why are we forcing our civilization into collapse? Why is basically no one taking this genocide of all humanity seriously? She added, all this is true and the government won't end UK private jets. Every time one takes off, it pours a bucket of shite and blood onto everything that Captain Tom stood for. Austin Cox, who donated the memorial to Thistley Meadow, basically came out and said, we will be pursuing Maddie for vandalism. We will work with the police to ensure this is taken as far as possible. End UK Private Jets is a small group that campaigns against carbon emissions by private aircrafts. The group was reportedly also behind a protest at the Lava Cup tennis tournament in London last month, when a man appeared to accidentally set fire to his arm before Roger Federer's final match. And just as a reminder for those unaware, Sir Tom Moore was knighted by the Queen after he walked 100 laps of his garden before his 100th birthday to raise more than £32 million for the NHS. He died in Bedford Hospital February last year. After
I didn't know who he was. I didn't remember who he was until you said that last bit about the walk around the garden.
Yeah.
That's who she threw the shit on.
Yeah.
These people really don't care about
Like,
nothing.
I don't understand. Do they have jobs? They can't.
No, these are all jobless.
Because that is
animals, man.
idle-mindedness. Like, that is just, what is wrong with you?
This is what Nigeria.
Do these
is good
people
for.
think that? Do these people think that like that? I don't know. The act of whatever it is going to do anything.
Like, yeah, I think, do they really believe it's going to do anything?
This is what the white people. This is the privilege they afford.
No, it really is, you know, because black people got better things to think about than doing tire compression and extinguishing all these nonsense. Like,
These are just got to pick a battle, man. There's just too many things, and I hope they don't get anywhere because I ain't even been on a private jet yet. So you get what I'm trying to say? Like, I want to get some private jet life before they ban these things. People are sick.
I can see Mark's like appealing to like all the activism groups. He's out there with that cow's milk in hand, the fur coat on.
Everything, innit?
Yo, everybody coming for you. That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Now bring up Tom Moore, man. You were the babe.
man.
But okay, as much as that was a cute thing to do, whatever, I was like, we've actually got an old man out here walking the length and breadth of his garden to raise money for the NHS. As much as that was like a good thing, that was wild, you know.
All right, Brent, can you arrange this for me?
Of Tom Moore.
I need a photo shoot for real. I want to be in like a 4x4 diesel whip with a fur coat on, with a glass of cow's milk, like with raw energy.
Yeah, we need to appeal to everybody. What are the tire ones fighting for? In a range, do it in a range. Because you know if you got a Range Rover, they let out the airs in your tires.
You know, Emmanuel?
What?
What, his idea?
Yeah, I hear it.
The photo shoot. So that's aside from what we have planned, yes?
Yeah.
All right.
You don't
Like
know what.
eating a
You don't know.
steak.
So
I
one
used to eat a
t-shirt.
We gotta do this. They're gonna come.
That's
for
like
me.
eating a steak, you know. Nah. Do you know how funny that is? That would be so funny.
But
That would be hilarious.
yeah,
I
that's
love
the
it.
end of the headlines. I mean, we got another section, you know.
We do.
Yes,
it's a
we
new.
do.
It's a new segment. It's called The Reaction, which I absolutely love, and it's about sports. So let's get into it, lads. I think it's sick. The reaction, because you know how we talked about. Okay, actually, that's a wrong thing to link it to. But you see how you football? No, not football, but sports heads get. You still get very, very wild and out about it. I think reaction is great. Y'all be reacting a bit too much.
Okay. Well, anyway, as pretty much said, it's a new sports segment where we give the hottest of takes on events in the sporting world. We'll react to sporting news that the people really mess with. You know, football, NBA, boxing. Might even get a little bit of tennis and hockey in there. You know, this segment is basically for you.
Who's watching that?
You know, there's somebody somewhere.
Yeah, actually, call in.
The segment is also for you guys, the listeners, to call and send in voice notes with your instant reactions as well. If your voice notes are more than 30 seconds long, it's not going to be played in it. But, you know, keep it nice and concise and whatnot. And yeah, let's keep it moving. So yeah, the reaction. All right, so the first headline is...
First reaction. Who's kissing their teeth every time?
It ain't me. It's
So I don't.
Probably
We should
Mark.
save
I
this
got,
segment for like next week.
I ain't got no reason to kiss my teeth.
Oh.
No reason at all.
Oh, I get it now.
We should revise. We should revise this.
Mark's has
and
6
do this
reasons to kiss his
section.
teeth. What you say?
Mark is trying to say we shouldn't do it today. It's too bad. It starts today, babes.
Yeah, man. That's what you asked for.
Exactly. Y'all asked for this. What did Kanye say? Y'all made me. I did this for y'all. Let's go.
All right. So the first headline is about probably like arguably the best team in the Premiership right now, isn't it?
The world.
In the world.
Okay.
Thank you. You know
Is
what
it
I'm
really
saying?
the world?
Arsenal, yes, 100%.
Don't try to pull the wool over my eyes because I know nothing.
Arsenal versus Tottenham. So Arsenal defeated Tottenham 3-1 in the North London derby, which offered further proof that Arsenal is a team and club that have rediscovered their identity as greats. Antonio Conte's Spurs, riding high in the table themselves, you know, they're doing all right. We're supposed to provide another serious test of Arsenal's progress, even though history was against the visitors. Tottenham have not won in the Premier League at the Emirates Stadium for 12 years, with Arsenal losing just one of their last 29 home league games against their bitter rivals. So while the result itself may not be surprising, the manner of it certainly stood out. This was an emphatic performance and victory. The hosts controlling affairs from pretty much the first to last in a display that suggested they're genuinely moving forward once again. Arteta, who's the Arsenal manager, faced much scrutiny after Spurs beat the Gunners to the Champions League football on the final day of last season, with the opposite number Conte deservedly hailed for the transformation of Tottenham. Arsenal needed a similar revival, and so Arteta went in search of what he knew. He brought in Gabriel Jesus, Alexander Zinchenko, both of whom he had worked with when he was the assistant manager at Man City, and he also brought in a defender, William Saliba, back into the fold, and the effect has been transformative.
Arsenal are a new team, man.
That's right.
Spurs had one job, and you know the wickedest thing, yeah? I was in the group yesterday, yeah? I don't like watching Arsenal games, yeah? Because anytime I hate on them, like anytime I'm invested and I hate on them and I want them to lose, yeah, they always win. But it's because God don't like ugly. You get me?
That's why Man U lost.
Maybe it was a karma thing. You know what I'm trying to say? But like Spurs had one job. They were half decent. All they had to do was make a proper goal of it. You get me? Emerson Royal's an idiot as well. Like, but you know the wickedest thing. What I can say, yeah, is Arteta might have done it. You might actually be back because you look good, man. You look decent. You look like a proper outfit, like the real deal. Get me? I don't think you're gonna win the league or anything stupid like this. But yeah, man, you look decent, man. So hats off to you.
Nah, man, Arsenal are definitely. This is the best I felt about Arsenal in years. You know what I mean? I feel like Arteta finally has the team he wants. And what's funny is I don't even feel like he's finished. I feel like we could still add a lot more quality to the team. Hopefully in January we add 1 or 2 pieces. But yeah, I'm confident. I don't think we're going to win the league because Man City are a beast. Haaland is breaking all types of goal scoring records. This guy scored 3 consecutive hat-tricks in the league.
Wow.
He is the fastest player to do that. Like he's done it in 8 games. Hold on, I even had to screenshot the stat, right? Because
Who are you talking about?
Haaland.
Oh, we've moved on to Man United.
No. I'm just referencing Arsenal and Man City contending for the title.
I don't understand what you're talking about.
As in, we're the front runners right now. Arsenal.
What's hardest?
Arsenal.
Why would you compare? Anyway,
Arsenal and City are what 1 and 2 in the league, right? So I'm talking about our rivals right now. Man City. You know what I mean? As I was saying. The fastest player to 3 hat-tricks in the Prem is Haaland. Yeah, he done it in 8 games, yeah. The second person is Michael Owen. He done it in 48 games.
Wow.
So what I'm trying to say, Margs, is that we ain't beating City to the league because they've got this beast called Erling Haaland on their team, right? But I feel like Arsenal would definitely, top 4, I reckon is in the bag already. I'm going to go on a stretch and say we're going to finish second. You know what I mean? But yeah, no, I'm happy, man. I'm happy. I'm annoyed that we lost to you because we played better, but it is what it is, isn't it? That's our only blemish so far. And I reckon if we would have lost to Tottenham, it would have been, these guys can't beat top 6 teams. I'm happy we done the job and put Spurs to the bed, man. Also, I want to call back to our previous conversation about league positions, right? Marks, this is to you.
Yeah.
Are you sticking to your prediction?
Well, that you won't make top 4?
No. Man United's... Well, okay, cool. Both. Are you sticking to your Arsenal prediction and your Man United prediction?
Yeah.
Yeah? This is your chance to change it, by the way. I ain't going to look at you any type of way.
Arsenal won't make top 4. And United will finish higher than them.
All right, you hear that, right? So I gave him a chance to change. Like ego aside, you just admitted that Arsenal are a good team, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? So even with that spiel you just gave, you're not changing your...
No.
All right, cool, fair enough. All right, so Marks is saying Arsenal not top 4. And United will finish higher.
Okay.
All right, let me stamped. The first day of the reaction.
Okay.
You remember Kwarteng did a U-turn, innit?
Yeah.
U-turn in life.
Marks, I ain't going to look you no type of way, you know. It's all right.
Mark said I said what I said.
We learn, we evolve, we can, you know what I mean? We can admit our mistakes. No?
Are you finished or are you done?
You're done or you're finished?
Right.
No. I'm finished. Now we can go over to the...
That's right.
that was a warm-up.
Yeah.
Okay, so scathing Eric Ten Hag, right? Is it Ten Hag?
Ten Hag.
Yeah, Ten Hag, right? He told his Man United players they lacked belief and said that they folded like a pack of cards after they were humiliated 6-3 by Man City at the Etihad Stadium yesterday. Pep Guardiola was enthused by his side's display in which Erling Haaland And Phil Foden each scored hat-tricks. So 2 hat-tricks.
That's crazy, though. For 2 players to score hat-tricks in the same game is bananas.
What's a hat trick?
Crazy.
Is that when you score that 3
3 goals,
Yeah, 3
man.
goals.
like a turkey?
Huh?
And like bowling. If you score 3 back to back.
Well,
Don't make a scene.
3 strikes back to back.
Yeah, like that.
That's called a hat trick.
Carry on.
I was called a turkey in bowling.
Yeah, exactly. You guys try to laugh. Oh, okay. Who's laughing now?
I'm not laughing.
You little heifers.
Who's laughing now? You know.
You little heifers. Say what I said. I know what I'm talking about. Bowling sports, I'm there. You watch.
All right. so Haaland and Foden each scored hat tricks and took Man City up to second in the table, a point behind Arsenal. Anthony Martial with 2. Martial's got 2. Scored for United as well. Ten Hag, this is basically what he said after the match. He said, it's a lack of belief. When you don't believe on the pitch that you can't win games, that is unacceptable. The plan was to show bravery and confidence, but we didn't from the first minute. We left Haaland and we were not tight. For the first goal, we won the ball and could have created a great chance, but instead we gave it easily away, and then it was like a pack of cards. I criticised them. I told them, me as well, because I didn't get the message through. With this lack of confidence, we cannot win games. I don't think this attitude is Man United. We can act much more brave. We are in the process, and I knew before that big teams like City, when you're not good, you get hammered, and we were not good. We didn't follow the rules of the way we play, and you get hammered. We have to accept that. But this performance was not acceptable. Ten Hag also was asked about Cristiano Ronaldo, right? And he pretty much said, I kept him on the bench because I wouldn't bring him on out of respect.
I hear that.
Yeah, because of his career.
He's butt hurt, boy.
The worst thing is, that game could have been more than 6. Pep made what? He made 4 subs. He took off Foden, De Bruyne, a couple other starters, and brought on some young thing and some couple other players. They took the foot off the gas. They actually had a poor second half. Man City. They were comfortably winning, whatever. Obviously, Man United managed to come back and score.
Well, we won the second half 3-2, so
no one cares about that.
I'm just saying. You know, it reminded me. Obviously,
that's what I'm saying.
No, I'm just saying.
Man's grasping at straws, you know.
That's why he said he said he took the foot off the gas.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
Okay.
So I tell you, that's why they lost the second half. You know what I'm saying?
But football's not about who wins the second half. It's about who wins the full game, the full match.
For real. Lucky they didn't put 8 past us like what we done to you when Rooney got that.
This is not about Arsenal Man United game. It's about Man United.
No, I was just saying. I ain't seen nothing like that kind of since we put 8 past you and Rooney hit the hat trick.
Have you ever lost 6-3 to Man City before?
No, that's the highest scoreline in a derby.
Has 2 players from a team ever scored 2 hat tricks before?
Yeah, probably.
It hasn't happened. This is one for the record books.
Check.
This is one
facts,
for
man.
the
It's
record
probably
books,
happened.
bro. Your rivals.
Well, you talk about in the Premier, you just talk about
Man
anywhere in the world,
City
'cause I'm guessing it's happening
have
in the world.
leapfrogged Man United. Ferguson was in the stands dying. This man's on a life support machine, and you man are killing him.
Did you say
slowly.
Man City have leapfrogged Man United? They leapfrogged us ages ago. What are you talking about?
Yeah, and you guys are going further and further behind.
No, not really.
Yes, you
That
are.
was like the
Yes, you
result
are. Yes,
before
you are.
that.
Yes,
We
you
just
are.
won
Yes, you
3 in a
are.
row. We
Yes, you
beat
are.
you lot. So
You're
with that further
further and further behind.
We beat you. We beat you lot a couple of weeks
And where are
ago.
you in the league though?
Where are we in the league? About 5th or something? 6th? I don't even know. It didn't even change that much.
You're below us.
Well, you guys
Nah,
are
but
very-
obviously
First.
you got to understand. Yeah, we didn't expect to get battered like that, but nobody expected to come away with points from Etihad. So it just looks bad, didn't it? Like nothing can't change. They can lick their wounds, pick themselves up, and then go and start beating the lesser team next week and still be in touching distance in the league and stuff like that. Like, it's horrible. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, of course.
But what did you? I mean, it's in keeping with what was going to happen. Really,
Is it?
yeah, we was going to get battered.
So you
We
expected
was going to get battered.
you expected to lose 6-3.
Well, the difference was 3 goals. It's like if we lost 3-0. I would expect it to
Yeah,
lose
but
3-0.
come on. When it comes to football, them 3 goals were just
Well,
was-
no, the goal difference.
at the end of the game.
The goal difference it
Like,
affects
no
the
one's-
league is just +3, bro.
Nobody's
You could
looking and thinking, you know what? It was 6-3.
1 second.
They put up a
One
fight.
second.
You scored
Would
2
3-0
goals
would 3-0
late in the game.
would
The
3-0
game was
been a surprising
dead and
result for
flat.
you?
What's that?
Would 3-0 have been a surprising result for you?
No.
So then what are you talking about?
But
So same,
it was 6-3. They scored 6
Of course,
goals.
and we scored 3. The goal difference. The difference is 3.
We ain't talking
It's
about goal
just- it would've been the
difference.
same-
We're talking about
it
how
would've been
many
the same as
goals they
3-0.
scored. Your
So you're
football,
talking about how it
your
looks,
football
which
man.
we're telling you,
Your
yes,
football
it
man.
looks
No one
bad.
cares
No, look,
that you
the
guys
optics
scored
of it
3
look
goals.
bad, but it's not that crazy.
Is that
Doesn't mean
crazy?
what we lost.
Is that crazy?
Who's our next game?
Is
What are
that
we gonna do,
crazy?
lose 6-3 next week
Is
as
that
well?
crazy? Who knows? Man United.
Order!
Is that crazy? You guys lost 4-0 to Brentford, no?
Yeah, that was probably a worse performance than the City game.
That's what I'm saying. Stop sitting there acting like 6-3 don't matter. 6-3 matters. I don't care if how you scored. You scored 2 goals at the end of the game. The game was dead. It was flat. No one cared. Yeah, look,
No,
penalty,
you know what? Because I'm not even sure what our fixtures are, but like I said, we didn't expect to take points from City. If we win our next 3 games, then it's just back to normal viewing, innit? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Mark's actually don't care, innit? It's
not that I don't care. I'm saying all it's good for is this. Is banter and that. You get what I'm trying to say?
That's it's also good
in the
for
grand
you.
scheme. In the grand scheme.
No, the grand scheme of things is you lost out on points. That's what the point is. That's the grand scheme of things. You lost out on points.
Yeah, and we was gonna lose them points anyway.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I was rooting for you lot because in my head, if you guys beat City, you take points from City and we stay on top. But you guys didn't do your job. Fucking idiots.
Quite a few Man United fans convinced me that you guys could actually like put up a fight.
Yeah, Marks, I'm telling you, I thought you guys would put up a fight. I was hoping you guys won.
Fans?
Huh?
What Man United fans convinced you that?
The ones I made up before I said this statement.
Oh my God.
Someone said, who does E-Man support? And then somebody else responded to it saying Tory United.
But one
Message your friend, by the way.
One bright spark of the game though.
Let me see.
Shout out to Anthony. He scored a good goal.
Yeah, he's wavy, man.
Yeah.
Again, I haven't seen the fixtures, but if we win our next 3 games, this is just a little footnote in. It's nothing. It's bad. Don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to pretend like it's not bad.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna sit here and do that. It's horrible, but let's not throw our toys out the pram.
Yeah, I respect you saying that Arsenal's still not going to make top 4 and United is going to finish ahead of them. I respect that, but I don't know how it is you're making such hot takes like that.
That is a horrible take.
All right, then when it comes through, then you see that's why I'm the real oracle.
Marks, it ain't coming through. It ain't coming through. Also, I'm intrigued to know, who would you start in midfield and attack?
Who would I start?
Yeah.
Probably the same lineup. Martial holds up the ball probably better than Rashford and gets involved in the play. So if he was fit and the way he started the season, that maybe I might swap Rashford and Martial, maybe. But apart from that, I mean, Casemiro's come in, but there's a reason why he ain't played. I don't know what the gaffer's seen in training. And when he played in that game against Sassuolo, wherever it was in the Europa League, he did stink the pace up. So McTominay's playing good. Eriksen's dope. I wouldn't change much. No. To be honest with you, the team is what it is. They're not good. The fullbacks ain't necessarily great. It needs more. It's just a work in progress, still, isn't it? So it is what it is, man.
I hear that, Brent.
In top 4.
Now, what's your thoughts on the weekend's festivities?
Love the game versus Tottenham for obvious reasons. I'm kind of looking forward to what we do in the winter because I do believe that Arteta is just starting. I believe he wanted to do something at the end of summer, and I think he's going to fortify his position or bolster it by doing something in the December window. And I do believe that the owners are going to back him because they're seeing now what happens off the back of them.
Exactly.
Investing.
And also, the January transfer window is coming fast because of the World Cup. Remember, it's this month, November, World Cup, and then listen, Marks, listen. Arsenal coming. We're coming still. We're coming.
It's going to be all right, man. We're not going to face Man City every week, man. So, you get me?
Well, that's what you have to hold out for. So, that's good, man.
Yeah.
I remember
we only got to play them twice.
Yeah.
We beat Liverpool already. We beat Arsenal already.
You got to play, was it Brentford?
Yeah. Watch out for Brentford, man.
Crystal Palace too, no?
Yeah.
No, we'll be all right. I honestly believe we'll be all right.
In Jesus' name.
Yesterday was bad, but
Why Jesus in it?
Oh, cool, man.
We'll probably do the double overviews up this season.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it.
I don't.
I highly doubt it. All right.
We love Emirates.
Said I don't.
We'll see.
We love Emirates, man.
Cool.
Is that all the trash talking done?
No, let's quickly go. Well, to be fair, there's meant to do a roundup in it, but there's only 2 games that are really important in it. Like Arsenal. It was basically derby weekend. You know what I mean? North London derby, Manchester derby. Obviously, one team came out on top of that. So yeah, all right. Round up quickly. Yeah. So All right. All right. So yeah, as you know, Arsenal beat Tottenham 3-1. Sorry, this thing is annoying me, bro. Where was the scores? Sorry, this app is trying.
I think it's safe to say that.
You need some help there, lad. Arsenal beat
Nah,
Tottenham
no, it is.
3-1.
The thing's
Bournemouth.
updating, and it's sending me all the wrong.
All right, cool. Listen,
all the scores.
Bournemouth
Help me out.
and Brentford. Bournemouth and Brentford drew 0-0.
There you go.
Crystal Palace lost 2-1 to Chelsea. Fulham lost 4-1 to Newcastle. Liverpool and Brighton drew 3-3. That was one of the best performances. That's one of the best performances I've seen a team go to Anfield and play as well. Brighton was kicking ball, like absolutely kicking ball. It was sensational stuff. Everton beat Southampton 2-1, and West Ham beat Wolves 2-0. That was on the Saturday, and then the Sunday, obviously we got drummed 6-3. Leeds and Villa drew 0-0, and that's the end of the football. There you go.
And you got Leicester and Forest playing tonight.
Okay.
Leicester in the mud, by the way. They're bottom of the league. They're struggling.
Oh, man.
Yeah, they're down bad. They should get a result tonight, though,
Big
hopefully.
time. Big time. But yeah, man.
All right, guys. Well, we're back again. Is this next week? We're back with it?
Tomorrow.
Oh, this is a daily thing?
Yes.
Okay, that's interesting. I'm playing. Yeah, so let's get into Done Out Ere. Find me a coach.
What?
Go, Mugs. Are you going for a lot? What's going on here?
Yeah, I'm going for a lot, man. I'm stressed, man.
Before you start, she has a question about
Bacon shark. Bake and
What?
shark. So I was here on Saturday. Brent's trying to talk to me and my lovely Aquia about what bacon shark.
yeah.
So I thought he meant that he was eating shark, right? But it's not actual shark involved, or is a shark involved?
It is.
Yeah, so actual sharks involved. So he said it's a Caribbean dish of sorts. And I said, I hear you, but I'm going to need my other Caribbean correspondent to let me know this is a real thing, because I don't trust Brent these days. So have you ever eaten
Bacon
shark?
shark.
Yeah.
No, I've never consumed shark before.
So Brent,
I told her that I don't know why we're asking Margs when I am from Trinidad and he is not from Jamaica, but she is convinced that you are the
can you believe
foremost
that?
authority in Caribbean cuisine. So here we are, and you don't know it.
So where does it come? Is that a Trinidadian dish?
no, it's Jamaican.
I didn't say it was Jamaican. I said it was people eat it in the West Indies, but in Tobago, it's like heavy. It's popular.
So then Brent's the expert on
No,
it.
but I
obviously.
went through this.
First of all, no, you didn't. Don't embarrass me in public here. He did not, because if he had told me that it was a dish from where he's from, why would I then
They
be
also
asking
eat it
Brent?
in Jamaica, though.
Yeah, but you
he
said
should know. He should know.
exactly. So what are you talking
That's
about
why it's
then?
a Caribbean dish. He should know.
Exactly. So when he said then Brent should be the expert, why did you agree with him then? When you know that's not a conversation you and I had.
No, but I do agree with him
Why?
because I am.
Did you say? Did you say to me that you should be the one to know because it's from it? It comes from your land.
No, I told you that because I was born there. I know more than the guy who you're going to ask, because he's not even from there.
Anyway,
And I said it's a Caribbean dish, and he should know about it, but he doesn't. So credibility.
no, not for credibility. When Marks eats it, then I'll believe it exists. How about that? I'm gonna be wrong and
we're not
strong
really-
about it.
We're not really eating no bacon shark in Jamaica, so
Well, there you go
that's
then.
What the problem is. And even I don't know. Let's go to Barbados, talk about sauce and everything that I can tell you about certain dishes. But I'm not a bacon shark man. That's Brent. That's Brent's whole food. He loves shark.
Clearly, he loves a lot of
Apparently,
things.
another Jamaican has said bake and dumplings, Johnny cake. Do you know Johnny cake and shark, or dumplings and shark?
Marks, that's to
Who,
you.
me?
Yeah.
You're asking me the same thing. You just called it a different name.
Maybe that's gonna trigger a memory. I don't know.
Apparently Jamaicans don't eat it. Apparently Jamaicans don't eat it.
Also, as we're on the topic of Caribbean food, right? To the Caribbean men in here, do you guys have your Budden cheese warm or cold?
Cold.
Brent?
I don't really eat bun and cheese like that. That's a Jamaican thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I have butter and cheese cold.
I find it because I have it warm, and I was ridiculed not too long ago for having it warm. But I'm thinking, isn't that normal? No, but apparently it's not. Having it cold is normal.
Yeah, I think they like.
You don't want, but you want like hot cross buns to them. You're good at English, man.
No, but
Toast man, you know?
I don't like cold cheese. I can't eat cold cheese, so it has to be melted.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, bun cheese is usually just cold still.
So what happens when you
On a
let
natural, like-
everyone into your culture? They start to remix it.
But Nigerians make things better though.
Yeah, but you're out here toasting stuff. They didn't ask you to do all that.
Yeah, it's
all
all
dramatic.
dramatic. The new way.
This is the problem. Nigerians like to take over everything. Bloody ridiculous. Sorry, Mark.
What have we not taken over that we made better? That we haven't made
The
better?
country.
Yeah,
We did it
besides-
independence. That's the
She
most
said the
important thing.
country.
Sorry, Marks, go on.
No, I was enjoying that, man, because I don't want to do Done Out Here today.
Why?
All right.
Is it really
Done
bad
Out Here
people?
today, because Done Out Here today, if I'm gonna be honest, yeah, it has to be Man United, isn't it? Like, who else is it gonna be?
Okay.
Yeah, because you
Who
was
else-
happy
who-
to step in.
Huh?
No, because I swear you better tell us why you were late. Remember?
Because United drove me to drink.
Oh, that way. Okay.
Okay, Marks.
Because I was depressed. I've got look, basically, yeah, we have a thing called Sunday Club. We haven't put it on in a little while. We'll go out on a Sunday, we watch the football, we drink copious amounts of alcohol, usually gets a bit out of control. We haven't done it. Obviously, it was the derby day. We said, you know what, let's link up, let's watch the football. I was down in drinks from minute. I can't remember from when it was 3-0 down. That was from the first half. You know what I'm trying to say? So I got absolutely cooked. One thing led to another. And obviously, it just, yeah, that's why I was late this morning. And it's not good. So probably I'm done at air as well. Let's put me on air as well. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because obviously I've got commitments to make and I can't let football affect my emotional state like that. Do you know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's not fair. So obviously, I think United's done at air. I'm done at air. 2 hat-tricks from 2 youths in the game is wild, man. Like, let's have it right, man. I've seen it before, but not in the Prem. I can't remember what league it was, so it's not unprecedented. This happened. Yeah. I think it was like Indonesian league or something.
Fuck out of it. That's the Indonesian league, you know.
Yeah, so it's not unprecedented. It's happened before, but the fact that it happened to us was brazy. Like in the manner that we got beat, the capitulation, and again, nobody expected them to win. Really, if I'm honest, it would have been dope if we could take some points off them. Nobody expected us to go there and win. But fucking hell, man, that drumming was wild, man. And it just goes to show you like just how far off we are from it. Like we paid like 70-something million for Sancho, 90-something million for Anthony. Them man couldn't get near them City players. Obviously, Anthony scored a dope goal, like showing a bit of his worth and stuff like that. But it's just horrible, man. I swear, like in like, was it the Norwich game and one of them other games, Harden had like, even though he scored, he had like 7 touches and 8 touches in the whole game, and people were making a big thing out of it. There's one sequence of plays like 25 yards from goal. He has about 20-something touches or something like that. Like more touches in that one sequence than he's had in the whole 90 minutes of other games. You get what I'm trying to say? Like all night, these other teams knew to get close to him. You get me? Not giving him no space and stuff like that. And these men taking the piss. They depressed me. You get me? They depressed me. They drove me to drink, to alcoholism. Anybody who knows me knows. I don't need an excuse to drink. You get what I'm saying? I don't need any excuse to drink. But they gave me one. They messed up my night. You get me? They messed up my morning. They messed up everything. So now I'm stressed. You get me? When I leave here, I'm gonna go to just sit in the sauna in the steam room and just think about my life and just think about just how bad it is at the moment. And
I need a man to love me and be so committed to me the way men are committed to football. I'm hearing this and I can't even believe it. I don't even know.
well,
if
it messes up your whole week, innit? Like my mood's
want
gonna be
that.
slightly off until the next league fixture. And then
I
we have
want
to fix it.
to not be talking to my man and his week is messed up like this. I don't even know. Because I don't know if your marriage vows are gonna be as deep as what I've just heard. This was deep. This I feel for you.
Yeah, no, I'm down bad. I can't lie to
crazy.
you. I'm down
Damn
bad.
bad.
I'm down bad, man.
It's a
Are you
lot.
doing
done
filthy
out
this
here.
week?
Huh?
Are you doing filthy this week?
Oh yeah, I'll check. Yeah. I always go on filthy after United lose, man. I'm a real one, man. I ain't dodging them. I ain't ducking no one. It's what it is, man. I'll hold my licks in it. Like it's what happened, innit? You can't avoid it. I honestly believe things are gonna get better anyway. Like I said, we don't play City every week. It's gonna be all right. But it looks bad, man. It's horrible. Like everything he's got said, not everything he's got said, but majority of what he's got said is true. And that's why these men have to be done out here, man. Like it's horrible, man. Like they're men, they're professionals, man. They get paid all this money. And all they have to do is just turn up. You get me? All they have to do is just turn up and just like show a bit of bravery. Like what Eric Ten Hag said was true. You know what I'm trying to say? Like
Marks,
these man.
here are your next 4 Premier League fixtures. I'm not sure if this will, give you hope or, drive you to drink more alcohol, right?
Well, I reckon it's going to be bad. That's why you want to even bring it up.
So you got Everton. This is only Prem, right?
Cool.
Everton next.
Okay, yeah.
Then you got Newcastle.
Yeah.
Then you got Tottenham. Then you got Chelsea.
Okay, yeah, we're all right.
You're right, yeah? What,
Yeah, we're all right.
with Spurs and Chelsea back to back, you're right?
Yeah, Chelsea are a bit shaky at the minute. Obviously, like Potter's just gone in there. It's a whole new system. I think we'll be all right. Spurs are Spurs, man. We'll always do Spurs. You know what I'm trying to say? Everton, trash. I'm not gonna say we're gonna win every single game, but I ain't too worried about that. Okay. To be totally honest with you. Where's the Chelsea game? At home or away?
The Chelsea game is away.
Okay, so that makes it a bit harder.
Spurs game's at home.
Yeah, so we should do Spurs at home, and we're gonna need a reaction after that. You know what I'm trying to say? That we're gonna need a reaction after that. So I'm not too worried about that. If I'm totally honest with you, all right. Especially because like Newcastle are doing all right, but we should have a bit. Them man are gonna have to react. Basically, they can't go out and move like this, especially against any lesser teams or whatever. So I think that's not too bad.
Say no. We shall see, innit? We shall see.
We sure shall. All right.
But they're done at Ere, man. Man United, they're done at Ere. I'm done at Ere by proximity. Like, it's a sad day in the rap game, man.
Sad.
Okay.
For you.
For you. All right, well, let's get into the outro. Brent. Do you know what? I'm just over this shit. Is Brent awake?
I tried to ban someone just now, innit? And then just like click something else. So.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Why?
Oh, some of y'all getting banned from the chat.
Why? Is it like a spam?
Yeah.
What, is sending nudes?
Nah, that's not how it works.
So that's not how it works. Shall I just go into it then?
Hold up. I don't know what it was.
Show. Thank you to our live crew for tuning in as you always do. Do like this video. You guys are doing better with that, so make sure you like it before you click out of it. The video is going to stay up when we're done, when the stream is done. So share it as well. Share it to your friends, as Chloë would say. Share it to 2 friends and 5 enemies. If you would like to follow us on our social media platforms. The Day After TNB on Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok. And also you can join the community where we get to talk and you can make suggestions for the show and all that kind of great stuff. And you do that by typing in your browser, community.thenewblack.com. If you'd like to send voice notes or text in for asking for a friend, sis, what would you do? Also, the number to call while we're live, it's 075 6484 1073. If you would like to inquire about the show or feature on the show, you can email our team thedayafter@thenewblack.com. We will be here tomorrow. Have a great Monday.
Take care, people.
Goodbye.
Peace.
Ciao.
Ciao, Bella. Brent is going through it today.
Nice, doing it again.
Why did you want to ban the guy, Brent?
Yeah, expose him quickly.
I think it's some white person looking to not that they're white, but they would the rhetoric that they were kind of pushing was like giving slavery stuff.
How is it?
I was like, not.